Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tweed Heads Bowls Club, where we've got the finals of the Queensland State Division 1 Pennant finals. And haven't we got some great matchups here this afternoon? We've got Broadbeach playing Enoggera in the ladies' state final, and Enoggera playing Tweed Heads in the men's final. And this afternoon, I'd like to, ably led by Robbie Allen, our Director of Everything, and my co-commentator, as always, is Gary Thomas. G'day, Gary.
Oh, good afternoon, Brian, and strap yourselves in your seats, folks, because we've got a couple of cracking contests to bring to you today. Now, this afternoon, we're on rink 6, and the allocated, which is beyond our control, we just do whatever game they give us. For the Gold Coast Tweed, the Tweed Heads boys, the game will be played by with John Belzarolo, Jaden Cottle, Neville Jenkins, and Wayne Turley will be skipping, and they're up against the Enoggera team of Tom Blasick, Brad Lawson, Nick Gosley, and Brendan Egan. And what a cracking match that's going to be.
Well, it is, Gary, isn't it? There's experience all over that park there, including the Enoggera boys.
Well, that's just one team, one contest, isn't it?
That's correct, Gary.
And these both these sides have gone through the competition so far undefeated. So they both won their 3 round robin matches. And the next rink, I'm just trying to, because they're still meandering around out there, and I'll get the matchups on the other.
It's Jimmy Anderson versus Kurt Brown.
Okay, well, I'll mark that on my sheet. Okay. So, Jimmy Anderson and Kurt Brown. Well, I'll give you those names of the players there. So, for the Tweed Heads boys, the team is Max Jaffray to lead, Clinton Bailey, Brendan Wilson and Kurt Brown skipping, up against Nathan Chapman, Rod Dixon, Peter Brown and Jamie Anderson. And that's the other rink. And the third rink, of course, is
Kelvin Kirko.
Yeah, the Tweed Heads boys are John Bain, Nigel Smith, Scott De Jong and Calvin Kirkow, who is skipping, and he will be up against, where did I write this now? He's up against Rick Barnes, Brett Merkel, Ryan Digby and Stephen Tong.
Should be some great matchups there, mate. And just to let a few people know, Daniel Charles Bennett's watching. It's 2 a.m. in the UK, and he can't get enough of the live streaming, so thank you very much. And Marie from hi from Emerald, how are you? Great to have you on board. Josephine, she's watching from Grafton, and Peter Thompson. G'day, Peter. Good to have you on board, my friend. So if you can flick us through any questions you want, and the matchups now. With the lady matchups, we're not too sure who the Enoggera skips are, but we will try and give you the matchups for the ladies as we go on. So now the wind has changed slightly here too, Gary, to what it has been the last few days.
Yeah.
But we see the start of play now, and we see a couple of the leads just struggling a little bit. It's very early in the game, and in much effect, Tweed Heads played on this green in the first game. Gary, do you think that would be an advantage to them, even though I know they played on a different end of the green? But
yeah, well, I don't really. I'll put it to you this way. I don't think it's an advantage, and it's certainly not a disadvantage to Enoggera, I wouldn't have thought.
No, I don't think so. They've anyway, we see John Bozzarello's played a good wing bowl there, so one in behind, and of course these two should have a very good battle, both very good bowlers. So
yeah, they sure are. And there's a lovely shot there from, we're just getting our names all sorted out, from Tom, is it? Yep. From Tom Blasick. And
Bradley Lawson playing too in this team, of course, Gary. So, as I said, should be some great bowls. If you see young Jaden Cattell just played a great bowl there You tell you what, I watched some of his bowls in the first game too, Gary, and he played outstanding bowls, I thought. As we see Brad just running through the head there slightly. Yep. Just had to sit one of those bowls.
He did.
Just went through the gap, mate, didn't he? You know what I mean?
Dave Baker's with us again. Thanks, Dave. Peter Balderson, Jade Groner-Wigan. Now, David's asked a question. Is Tongy playing Brownie? No. Stephen Tong is up against Calvin Kerkow.
Jaden just pulling up a little bit short with that one, but had a beautiful line on his bowl once again there, Gary. So, as I said, this wind's changed slightly to what it was this morning. So, should be very interesting to see as the game wears on and these great players hone in on the...
well, you're going to have some sensational stuff coming at you today.
So we see Brad just taking one of the shots out. So the Enoggera team only one down now. As we see Neville Jenkins stand on the mat. Neville, of course, very well known.
Big nifty Neville. He's a perpetual over 60s winner, isn't he?
He certainly is.
And he wins a lot of other stuff too.
Yes.
I mean, very capable player, Neville.
No, that's for sure. He's been at top of his game for a great number of years, Gary, that's for sure. Hasn't played it too bad, just a little bit short, that's all. But once again, he had a beautiful line on that one there.
He sure did. Now, we're in a position, folks, where all of the matches are being played on this green, so we won't have to do too much of a run around during the course of the afternoon to give you scores on other rinks. We can use the binoculars, or if those of you who've got better eyesight than me, they can give you the scores directly off the boards.
Daniel, just for your own information, what happens in Pennant is basically a team game. So it's taken over the three rinks. The three rinks, of course, are the men and three rinks of the women. So the individual scores, you add them up, and whoever has the highest score actually wins the game. Daniel, that's how it's done with the way we score here. I know it's a little bit different than over in England, but that's the way we do things. And g'day, Mark Edwards. Great to have you on board, mate. It says, go the Eagles. Jason Curry. How are you, Jason? So if you can share this out there, ladies and gentlemen, get out to as many people as we possibly can to share this great game of ours. As we see Jaden Cattell looks as though he'd be holding two shots with those two bowls.
Well, Nifty knocked the bowl he had short on the...
he just knocked it up for another one.
Neville's just come up and turned him up almost onto the jack. So
I think you'll find Brendan probably play with a bit of aggression here very early up. I think so, mate. I think he's be quite happy. I think they'd be pretty close to having...
I know he's never frightened to have a crack, Brendan, is he?
No,
I would have thought he might have liked to just try and work his way into the game rather than open his shoulders on the first end, but I could be very wrong. Okay, so Tells is coming down. He might have. That's where the wind's coming across him. We've said that for the whole weekend. That particular hand, that they're just going to hold out a little bit there.
No, that's for sure.
Now, what's Brendan doing? I reckon he's just going to try and draw with his first bowl. I don't know that he'd be confident enough to want to have a crack with the first. No, I was right. And that's the narrow line you've sort of got to take, because another yard of weight there, he would have nearly had something there, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he'd be pretty close to it, Gary. He would have, that's why I thought he would have had a crack of his first one.
Well, you can see our flag on the left-hand, right on the top left-hand side of your screen.
It's moving around.
That's the banner.
We see Wayne on.
Yeah, he tells us it's tightened his line a bit.
Yep.
But I don't know whether he's tightened it enough.
Just trying to sit these back bowls, I think you find, Gary.
But he wouldn't be disappointed being there, would he?
No, I think that's a very good home, in my personal opinion, mate.
The boys have gone up. They reckon that's all right. Now, we're going to have to get out and then whack Nifty around the ear.
No, Nick's told him to be aggressive, yeah.
No, but Nifty's standing right in our eye.
No, he's all right. We can see it.
Yeah, we can, but...
So we see the boys are interested in this one here.
Yeah, they're all getting down. He's got better weight. He gets a click off that or something. What did he do? No, we couldn't see. He went through the hole. Okay, so that's two to the Tweed heads, boys.
Yep. On
the first end.
Yes, no, that's a handy pick
up.
Right,
so we've got Deanne Robertson joining us. Afternoon Diesel. Karen Figura, I think it is. So go the Ospreys. Corey Wedlock. is with us, along with Kevin Anderson, Ian Law, Matty Bell.
Welcome
So
aboard,
welcome,
everybody.
gents. Yep.
Great to have you on board.
Ladies and gents, and like I say, we'll try and we'll keep you updated on all of the rinks as we can see them, and we'll get you some results and progress scores from the ladies section as well.
See, Barry and Colleen Gilbert just turned up to watch the Broadbeach.
Oh, well, they'd be here once they found out that
they're in.
Their girls are in. They'd be here for sure.
Yeah.
And the grandstands, like you can see the people, and I mentioned earlier this morning that Tweed is one of those unique clubs that have got grandstanding or seating arrangement around the perimeter of the green that we're on.
That's true, and the thing about it though too, Gary, is that like our cameras, ladies and gentlemen, sitting on those seats down there, and every now and again you'll see the camera wobble slightly, but it's not because of the camera, it's actually because the people sitting on the seats are wobbling the seats.
Moving around a bit.
So there's nothing we can do about that, I'm sorry, but that's where we have to put the cameras. So we have fixed cameras, and that's why the pictures are so clear, as we see John Bozzarello just trying to correct his weight.
Yeah, his line was pretty good.
His line was great.
Well, that's for sure. But Tommy drew inside him, didn't he?
He certainly did. Made a nice bowl there, said Tommy.
What's Boz done here?
He's just pulled up a bit
cut
short,
up
mate.
underneath,
So.
yeah. He'll fix all that, though. I mean, this is only the second end.
Yes, that's ever so true, mate.
They'll sort that out.
Hey, Freddie Silver, how are you? Fred and Leslie. Alex Murder, g'day, mate. Ryan Burnett, Roy Campbell, good to see you back, bud. Hey, Sean.
Tommy's got another nice bowl, Tommy Blazic. Have a look at this. He's played a couple of beauties there.
Daniel, it's 21 ends, my friend. I think that's what you're asking. It's the first to 20. It's not the first to 21. You play 21 ends in fours, and of course Kathy's barracking. Of course, she'd be barracking for Broadbeach.
And there's a great shot coming in here from
Jaden
Cattell. He's got the shot.
He's played very good bowls.
He and his system, by crikey, they can both play, can't they?
They can both play good bowls.
There's a couple of young stars.
No, that's for sure.
Barb Green's with us, and Jill Buchan says hi. Hi to you, Jill.
Yeah, Jill.
And Barb Green's back. Well, she's become a bit of a regular, hasn't she, Barbie?
Disappointed when she's not there, mate, I'm telling you.
You start ringing the hospital, don't you? She says, hi, guys, what team is Max Jeffrey playing for, please? Oh, well, he's... No, he's not.
He plays for Kurt Brown.
Yeah, he's leading for Curdy Brown.
See, Jaden's played another great bowl here, Gary, coming in just nice. You're going to get the kitty.
Oh,
just picked it up beautifully. That's beautiful bowling.
Oh, mate, that on the second end, I mean, the bloke comes out and does that. But the Cottle family are known for having good bowlers, aren't they?
Yes, mate. Must be something in the water.
Well, I don't know what the hell it is, but they're only young. Both of them are very young, and they've got their future in their own hands.
So what you're trying to say? They haven't got our habits yet, Gary?
No, they haven't. I don't think they eat porridge, do they? They're both very skinny.
No.
They don't have a lot of weight on them. Have a look at Robbie.
Robbie is poised, mate. He's 2.5
stone. I know, he's the exception.
He's
the exception.
Christ almighty.
He's a total exception.
Oh, look at a pie and put on 3 stones.
Well, I went in there and I said, have you had any lunch, Robbie? He said, no. He said, I haven't had any. And I said, no, well, I went up and I bought Robbie's 2 pies.
Oh, no, I saw you.
I ate them.
I saw you do that too.
He did a bad influence on me.
Mate.
Oh, there's a lovely shot there. And Brendan Egan, he nearly took his hat off there.
Great bowl by Nick Gosley.
Now, well, he's a class player too, isn't he?
Young Nick, he played a lot of bowls for under 18s for Queensland and under 25s. And very proud to say that Nick was my last apprentice, mate. So
okay.
Had a few apprentices over the 50 years of greenkeeping. And,
well, we've got the young and the old here in this match, haven't we?
Certainly have.
All these kids are only just out of bloody their high chair.
Tell you what, not bad.
And
there by Nev.
And there's the grandfather of the team.
The grandfather,
Uncle Nifty Neville.
He's making Turley look real young, isn't he?
Oh, well, that's what I say. It's a game for all ages, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's really good. It's great to see all the people on board. We can't comment to you all, but just enjoy the game and send through those comments, and we'll try and get to you as we can, because we're very interested in these finals. So we're just seeing one there to the Enoggera team at the moment. But all joking aside there, Gary, the Tweed Heads team would have quite a few seconds there, wouldn't they? They'll have at least...
well, I think... at
least 3 or 4 seconds.
Nick's got the shot. I think Brendan Egan admitted that. But the Gold Coast Tweed boys have got an umbrella field behind.
Yeah.
It's like a cricket game, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's for sure. We might have to just flick to this.
Now, Barb Green's come on and she said, was Max playing? Oh, what happened there? Something went flying.
Turl had a bit of a look at it.
Okay. She said that Max Japray was leading for Wayne, but that, yes, you're right, that was the champion fours.
Yeah.
He was leading for Wayne Turley. That's the event they won at Toowoomba a week and a half ago. Scotty Chamberlain's watching. Russell Hindle's watching.
Hey, Russell, go, Scotty.
Merrill and Ann Basher's watching. So we've got some sensational action coming your way. And we're going to try and be as good as we can in letting you have pictures and not pictures, but results and updated scores all around the green.
One just cut under the head there.
Yep. So the Enoggera boys are holding one. I think it's still Nick Gosley's bowl.
Yeah, still Nick's bowl there by the looks of it.
Yeah, and we might have to remind these gentlemen to try and move to the side a bit because they're getting in the way a bit, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's one to Enoggera.
One to Enoggera.
And that'll be 2-1 on this rink only.
On this rink only, that's correct.
On
the other rinks, I can tell you right now, Jim
okay.
is Kurt Brown picked up 2 on the first end to Jamie Anderson. And on the other rink, Stephen Tong picked up 2 to Kelvin Kirko.
Alrighty. So, Enoggera, we'll get the overall scores as soon as we can.
I wouldn't worry about it. It's actually 4.
Yeah, well, we've got to go a bit further, haven't we?
Yeah, got to go a bit further before we do that.
Okay. Now the ladies, I won't go too much into that at the moment because they're fairly early ends as well.
3-2 on 3 ends to Broadbeach over Bagara at this stage as we see the first bowl there. Just running through their head slightly, but a lovely starter.
Yep, that's a good shot by Tommy.
Yep, that's for sure.
And now, what's Johnny Balzarolo got to say about this? Here he comes. I think Wayne's pretty happy about this one.
Nice bowl there.
Yeah,
by
that's
John.
a lovely shot, John.
Nice bowl there in the head, that's for sure.
Well, it's going to be a match-up, isn't it? Because, I mean, these blokes are very gifted players.
Yeah, no, that's for
and
sure.
It's just whatever you can do, I can do better. That's what they'd be looking at.
Yeah, that's for sure. See, Tom's next bowl, he's got this pretty well pointed, but I think his weight line, I think his weight's just going to pull up a little bit.
He had a nice grass line, didn't
Beautiful
he?
grass line, mate, just chasing a bit of weight.
Okay, Johnny's just got to repeat what he's done. And
he played his first bowl pretty well, mate, that's for sure. Played his first bowl pretty well.
Now, we got regular updated scores from the ladies, and Broadbeach are now 4-2 on 4 ends.
Yeah, lovely bowl here by John
Bozza again.
Very, very close.
There he comes again.
2 great bowls there by John Bozza.
He didn't correct, did he? That's a shocking bowl. He's run under the bleeding head again.
Yes.
Oh, Boz, what a man he is too. Lovely bloke.
Yes, that's for sure.
Okay, so we've got...
Tell you what, it's a good-looking bowl coming in here, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, well, he's only one down. That's a very nice shot too from Brad Lawson.
Yes, Brad.
Yeah, we go back to Jaden, and he started off in great fashion, hasn't he?
Yep.
And there he comes. He's having a look at this. I think he thinks... I don't know what he thinks.
It's a nice starter.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll fix that.
Yep.
And Brendan's got Brad coming in on that same hand again.
I tell you what,
No,
Brad's
he's not
pretty
far away.
close to this, mate. He's got this.
He's got it. He's got it.
Great bowl.
Right in the high diddle.
Great bowl there by Bradley Lawson.
Yeah, well, he played a good shot with his first one too, didn't he?
Yes, mate. He's been in fine form.
Yeah, well, the boys are, and they will be, because
He's in fine form.
you don't get to this level if you're a dunce. Peter Lomas watching. Afternoon, Peter and Evelyn, probably with you, I would imagine. Julie Allen's keeping an eye on Robbie. Diane Lanham and Jeffrey, presumably, as well.
Oh, watching.
Oh, have a look at this. You all got, you got a bacon and egg sandwich.
Yeah, mate.
Okay. I'm glad you didn't get me one. I wouldn't be able to eat it. Okay, so we've got...
Just pulled up a little bit short there, mate.
yeah, he did. That was... who was that? Jaden again. Oh, no, it wasn't Jaden. He's already played it.
Nick Gosley.
Nick Gosley, of course. Okay.
See Neville Jenkins playing his first bowl.
Yeah, big nifties.
Got it very well grassed too. How's his weight line too? He's got good weight on this. He's going to be pretty close.
When he gets inside Jaden's bowl, he will be. Oh,
what a great bowl.
Enough? He got in there. Yes.
One.
He's fallen in. The
Great
big fella not to be denied. Bloody giving me a few headaches in my life, I'll give you the tip.
He plays a good bowl, Neville.
Well, he beat us the very last winter carnival they had, the over 60s. He and Nigel Smith beat Gotti and I by a couple of shots, and it was the last over 60s winter carnival they had. We led them by 6 with about 3 ends to go and couldn't get there. Had a heart attack, I think.
So that was the last one, so you broke it.
Well, I think, they said, well, we can't have this bloke playing in this competition, we'll cancel it. Now, look at he's done here. Oh, he might have just given...
He may have given it away.
I don't know what he's done. He's played a fantastic bowl again, Nifty, and he might have just taken his own bowl off the head.
Any movement on the kitty there, though, Gary, that would have been...
Well, absolutely, yeah, and he buries it a bit and probably makes Jaden's bowl count.
Ever so true, mate.
Yeah. So Brendan's going back here counting his lucky stars because he might be holding now. Okay, well, let's see. He's playing his backhand, is he? Yeah, I think. Yeah, the crowd's
really starting to build now, mate.
Oh, mate, you can see all the folks on the left-hand side. Well, that's only just one section of the seating. And then...
up inside the clubhouse and upstairs, mate.
Inside the clubhouse, all along the windows.
Absolutely packed.
And you can see the seating arrangement there, which I was talking about earlier, the aluminium seats. And there's people lined up all along there on each tier. And I'll guarantee you a lot of them are Tweed Heads members because they're very, very parochial supporters of their own players, aren't they? What's happening here?
He just got
Turles
a little bit of that bowl, mate.
He got clipped on the way through. So he had to wait to do something, so I'm suggesting that they are down. It'll only be by 1. Yeah. The boys on the head are trying to steer this a bit, but...
Yeah.
Oh, he's got through there.
Great bowl.
We've had a side shot of that, but to my way of thinking, that's another one.
Looks that way.
Well, you can't see because bloody Neville's in the way again.
Oh, Wayne just a
he
bit
said,
wide with that
yeah,
one. So that's 2 to the Enoggera team.
2 to Enoggera, right. So that puts them ahead, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yes, it would do, Gary.
Yeah, 3-2.
3-2. That's correct.
3-2.
Early in the proceedings, though.
Oh, so very early, mate. It's such a long way to go, isn't it? We haven't even bothered to update the main board yet. It's far too early to even think about it.
No. Yeah, 6-5 on 7, Robbie. Yeah, we see a good 3/4 length they've thrown here, Gary, so it's going to test the players out. And this crowd really building. They're really coming in now. There's cars coming in left, right and centre. So if you're in the Tweed Heads area, you want to see these great players.
Yep.
Come on down.
So on the next rink there is...
it's 2-1 to Tweed Heads.
2-1, that's Kelvin's rink.
That's on. And 5-2 to Enoggera on rink 4.
Yes, I can just see that now.
So Stephen
5-2 to
Tong.
Enoggera. So Tongy's got a little bit of a
Buffer on
Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Nothing much. But
on Kelvin and Kurt Brown's in.
Kurt Brown's leading 2-1 against Jamie Anderson.
See a well-pointed bowl here by John Bozzarella. Just going to pull up a couple of feet short. So very good line though for John.
I remember once at Broadbeach some years ago, big Jamie Anderson. Well, Jamie's about 6'7" or 8 or
yes,
something.
He is too. Yes,
he's a massive unit.
Yeah.
He played against young Scotty De Jong, Mustard we call him. You ever heard of Mustard?
Yeah, Mustard, man.
De Jong Mustard?
Yep.
Well, he played against him, and I mean, Jamie's 6'10", and Scotty's about 3'6".
Yeah, I know.
And,
big difference, mate.
Oh, yeah, and I said to Scotty, Jamie was starting to get on top of him in a game of singles. I said to Scotty, you should have given him an uppercut or something. He said, well, I jumped as high as I could and I punched him in the knee.
Yeah, be right too. That would be right.
As high as he could get.
I've seen some good bowls here this afternoon, that's for sure. It's going to be a great game. This is going to come down to the wire, in my opinion, because this Enoggera team, they've played some great bowls throughout this event, as has the Tweed Heads team.
Millsy Mills has said, I love Scotty De Jong. We're not the only one, Millsy. He's one of the nicest fellas I've ever met on the bowl screen. He said, I love my Eagle just a little bit more.
Troy, can't really tell you what position they finished, mate. We haven't got the final, but if you go on Bowls Queensland, mate, they'll post it up this afternoon sometime. G'day, Ben Smith. How are you? Yeah, how did they... Well, in the last game, if I remember correctly, they got beaten by, in actual fact, Enoggera 67, Pyalba 50. So they went down by 17 shots in the last one. But where they actually finished on the... Well, they would have finished probably around about fourth... Probably would have finished second in that section, I assume. But overall, I'm not too sure, mate. We can't tell you that.
You can see the grandstand's good part of the crowd gathering around the green, folks, and it's getting bigger and bigger as we speak.
Yeah, g'day, Richard. How are you, mate? Good to have you on board. And Jane Bush and Judd Percy. G'day, Jane and Judd. And Shane Leonard. How are you, Shane? Ellen Vidler.
It looks as though on this game, Brian, that Johnny Balzarolo, I think, he's holding the shot. And
good-looking bowl coming in here from Nick Gosley.
And he's not holding it anymore, is he?
Lovely bowl there by young Nick.
Yeah, and he's made more than one too, I'm telling you.
Yep. Played a good bowl there.
I think he's trailed that jack back far enough to bring Tommy Blasik's bowl into the count. So now, Big Jacko, what's he got to offer?
I tell you what, he's not too far away.
No,
Neville.
he's not. He's
just not going to pull up.
He needed to grab it, didn't he?
Chris Mudd says, hello, boys.
Hello.
Hey, Chris. How's things, mate?
Christine Mousey was there with Gaz, probably.
Yep.
Okay, so here comes Nick again.
He's played a bit wide. He's starting to come back now, though. He's
Yeah,
starting
well,
to work
he
pretty
done,
well.
Yeah, well, he's just looking to try and get around that front one of Jaden's, isn't he?
Yep. Brendan's
Yeah,
pretty happy with that.
Well, he wouldn't be disappointed. He's got the vibes going there.
Yep, he's pretty happy with that, that's for sure.
Neville's he's having a good look at this, and he's very capable of playing there. Well, they all are, aren't they? But
yep.
He's the granddaddy of the team. He and Nigel Smith, who's on the other rink there too, isn't he? Well, that's all right. That gives Tells an opportunity to play a little bit over the head if he wants to.
You see Sean Ingham just walked in. They're all starting to rock in now, mate. The cars are still pouring
turned up. Yeah, well, a lot of them come down from Broadbeach, of course, I would think, because now that our Broadie girls are in the final.
All starting to rock in now, mate.
Yeah.
So we see Brendan Egan. I'm sure he'll probably stick to his backhand and try and play through that gap there, Gary, I assume.
Yep, he can do that. He's probably got an option on his other hand too, if he wanted to pick it.
Yep.
We're going to have to say something about these blokes because they're continually crowding our view. We have already mentioned it, but sometimes they tend to forget. And we don't get to see...
Wayne Turley playing his forehand, which is a bit surprising to me. He's very hard to get through there.
I can tell you, in the ladies,
an update on the score there, ladies and gentlemen. On the ladies, between Bagara and the Bulls, it's 14 to Broadbeach and 3 to Bagara.
On 9 ends, isn't it?
On 9 ends.
It's been an almighty roar go up here, and I'm not too sure which rink they were cheering.
Rink 5. It was a bowl there from one of the Enoggera lads by the looks of it.
All right. Yeah, well, I thought the size of the roar might have been the Tweed Edge locals cheering, but the Enoggera ladies were here too, weren't they? So
Wayne coming down, have a look at their head.
They might still be here cheering on their men.
Yes. So the overall scoreboard on the men's, it is 9 to 8 to Tweed at this stage. 9-8 to Tweed at this stage.
Well, Calvin's just fired something unbelievable there, and he missed everything.
Missed everything.
It's gone into the ditch with an enormous thud. I thought the clubhouse might collapse.
Yes, Peter, we will.
Yeah, Peter Hurrigan said we might have to get out there and talk to the boys about standing in the view. I've already mentioned it. I think Robbie might. He's on his way, yeah. And Alan Law's come on with the same comment. Well, it's not my job to go out there and tell them to move, but Robbie is very diplomatically talking to them now.
Yes, Jeff, we can't handle where the players stand, mate, but we can go and talk to them.
No,
we
well,
can
he's
ask
out there.
them.
I mean, you can see that.
We can ask them, and that's all we can do,
You
my
can
friend.
see that photo right where they're delivering their bowl. Well, Robbie's amongst them.
Yeah, just having a bit of a
And
talk.
just saying, guys, can you please do as best you can to keep out of the angle of the camera. I mean that.
First bowl there, just about probably about 4 foot through the head there, but his grass line's not being too bad, so not too bad. So anyway, it's not a bad start by Tom.
No.
A good bowl in behind the head as we see John Bozzarello with his first bowl. Sticking to that forehand too, Gary, which is probably the wider hand of the two, I guess you'd call it as.
Yep.
Wayne pretty happy with this one by the looks of it. And it's just going to cut across the head, I think.
I know, he's just dropped a bit short.
Yeah, a bit short.
Now, was Robbie, was he sorted them out down there, or is he coming back or what?
He's come back, yeah. Now we see Tom just trying to correct here.
Yep. I think he's just going
to sneak under that. Yeah, he just snuck under it.
He got partly wrecked on Boz's bowl, didn't he?
Yep. So John just playing his second bowl, sticking to his forehand. John's corrected this pretty well, Gary, by looks of it. He's just coming around his front one.
Yep.
Oh, no, it just pulled up, sorry.
Well, we're making calls. I
thought he was there with that one, yeah.
But certain bodies get in the way, don't they?
Played this pretty well, Bradley. Just going to sneak under. So Jaden Cattell's been asked to play his forehand. I'll tell you what, the way these young chaps played this morning, I wouldn't tell him what he had to play. Just let him go, mate.
Well,
he's played some sensational bowls.
Yeah, all he's trying to do is draw around Johnny's bowls, or if he happens to contact them with the right weight, he's going to make them count, isn't he?
Wayne's quite happy with that one. He gave it a bit of a clap, so I don't care where it finishes. So Brad just got to correct with his second bowl.
I think he's pinched his grass a bit, don't you?
Yeah, just a tad, mate, just a tad. Yeah, it didn't really do any damage, though, really.
Now, Wayne's Turley's indicated that...
Got two by the looks of that, Gary.
Was it one or two?
I think it was two, mate, by the looks of it.
Yeah, it might have been.
Long way to go, though. I don't think shots been played yet, though, Gary. So
maybe not.
See, Jaden's got a lovely grass line on this, so it's just starting to work a bit now. What bowl's he going to hit?
I don't think he's going to hit anything, is he? Oh, I thought he might have been under that.
Well,
he's made another.
He's made another shot. He's made another shot out of it, mate. So
yeah, so they're probably holding three now.
Yeah. You can't ask better than that, mate. It's going to change things, though. Oh, yep. Should be one down, I think. Pretty close to it. Mm-hmm. Wayne having a very close look at this one.
Do you know the ladies, Brian, do you know the ladies skips on the two rinks over here?
I don't know the Bagara lessons,
well, that's
mate,
what I need to know.
I know, of course I know the Broadbeach ladies, but...
that's what I need to know so that I can...
Well, I mean, I know who the skips are, but I don't know which is which, unfortunately, because we've got Terry Heath and Julie McNally.
Yeah, and the ones that I do know is Adele.
I definitely know Adele Pursehouse. I've seen Adele quite a bit the last few weeks.
Yeah, we have.
We've been out travelling, which
we sure have.
I'm not too sure of the other skip's name, so at this stage. But we will find out.
We're going to have to do that because whilst we're concentrating on the men's
we will find out
game here, we can tell you that in the ladies, Joanna Cooper, Bronwyn Stevens, Joan Tennant, and Caitlin Inch from Broadbeach are up against Jennifer Hearn, Carolyn Campbell, Sandra Burgess and Adele Pursehouse.
Yes.
From Bagara.
Yep.
Now, that's one matchup we do know. But unfortunately, Brian and I don't.
See the slow action replay here from Neville Jenkins?
Yeah, what's he done?
You watch this. God, he did the same last time.
He does it all the time.
He did the same last time. That's twice in a row he's done it now.
That's the way he plays.
Hey?
And I think the Tweed boys would be holding two, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks that way. Looks like John Bozzarella's bowl as well as Jane Cattell's bowl there.
Yeah.
I'd say by the looks of that, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So the other Swadler's end is complete and well. There's a good shot there.
Yeah, well, that'd be one to Doona now.
I think so.
That'd be one to Brendan. Brendan Egan, of course, affectionately known throughout the bowling fraternity as Doona. Nice bowl here by...
How did he get that name from?
I got no idea, mate. I reckon he must have been cold one night and he ended up putting a Doona on.
Oh.
What do you reckon?
There's a great shot from Turles.
Yeah, that's a beautiful bowl by Wayne Turles.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, he's answered the challenge there, hasn't he?
Well, he can't get much better than that, really, Gary, can you? Like that's just a class bowl, mate. You know what I mean? As we see Brendan, tell you what. Oh no, he's just going to pull up weight wise. Gee whiz, he had a perfect line for what he was after, Gary.
Yeah, but it's only half the game, isn't it?
It is, mate. Well, you only got to remember two things, and he forgot one of them.
If Turles doesn't draw another one here,
got plenty of room there to draw another one, Gary, that's for sure.
You drive a Mack truck through the gap. Geez, I don't know. Is he around this lot? I think he might just be.
No.
Oh, he's not.
Just caught it.
Grief.
Just caught it, mate.
Well, what kind of dill am I? What kind of dill am I? Now, in the other games with the ladies, you've got Gail Whitetide leading. This is for Broadbeach. Serena Matthews, Christina Pavlov, and Julie Keegan is the skip. And in the other team for the Broadbeach girls, in case you didn't know, Cheryl Heaps is leading. Jacinta Weir is second. Cassandra Millerick is third. And Bolivia Millerick, her twin, she's skipping. Now, the other teams for the ladies, and this is for the Bargara girls, and this is where we don't recognise which is what, so we're going to have to find out. So we don't know who's playing who. But we've got for the team 2 is Deb Handley, Bev Muniz, Linda Much, and Julie McAnally. Mm-hmm. And in team 3 is Jennifer Dingle, Sonia Slater, Dawn Brady, and Terry Heath. Now
they're the Bagara girls, so
that's right. Now,
wonderful achievement from them to make it down here for this weekend.
Some of the Bagara folks that are watching might be able to help us out because one lady has got blonde hair, fairly.
We're going to find out in a minute.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, we're going to find out. It's all right. Robbie's gone there to find out for us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. He's all over it, isn't he?
He's all over it, mate. That's why he's the director of everything.
Well, we need to know. We need to know these things, and we need to be able to pass them on to you because it makes us look very unprofessional when we're doing this job. We don't know who's playing who.
That's it. Match committee will pass that.
Having said that, we would have known if we were broadcasting one of the girls' matches.
Yes. We just because they came off the green last, Gary, and because they had to do the results to see who actually made it through, and that's hence the hold up for it.
Jeff Cagney's come on and said, please allow the viewers a good look. Well, we've already done our bit there.
Yes, we're trying to do that, my
Jeff.
friend.
When Robbie's been out there and he's laid down the law.
So a nice correction here from John Bozzarella. No, just going to pull up short. I thought he was going to run right onto that, but not to be.
Ryan Besto, good afternoon, Rhino. Marilyn Ant Basher. We need a large sign to remind the players to get out of the way. Well, it'd probably help, but we don't like to be too demonstrative about this because it's their game, not ours.
Yep. Sharon Smith says go Bagara.
Mm-hmm. So there's another lovely lead bowl from Tommy.
That's for sure. Karen says, thank you for the coverage. It's our pleasure. G'day, Faye Clark. How are you? And John and Judith. Beverly's watching. Amanda, I thought you'd be out fishing, son. Beautiful day. You should be out fishing. Jill Buckton and Alan Vidler and Les. G'day, Les. How are you, my friend?
I've got Shawnee Keepy. I've also got Hetta Danford watching from the USA Open banquet. Is it? Oh, no. The writing's very small.
Did you know that?
Welcome to Heather from the USA.
G'day, Heather.
Adam Liddell is watching.
Yeah, good bowl there too, just quietly. From Brad, they'll be holding 2 there now.
Yep.
So Jaden just got to correct his grass line a little bit there, Gary.
Yeah, he does. He's had the perfect weight, hasn't he?
Yep.
Oh, another good shot played there by Big Jimmy, was it?
Big Jimmy.
Yeah, there's the hand slap going on there, left, right and centre. Someone's going to have their eye poked out if they miss. You wouldn't want. They're jumping up and down like Jack in the box over there.
Seeing next bowl coming in from Brad. I tell you what, he's got this pretty well pointed too, just quietly coming in nicely now, just starting to work. He's probably given Nev a bit of a track down there, a bit of a tunnel down there now, mate.
He's got Neville he's asked Neville to play weight at a bit of weight at this. Well, he's good at those shots, isn't he, Neville?
Certainly is.
We've played him often enough to know he doesn't often miss. Here he goes. Tells us down, and no, he might just be cutting underneath. He is, but that's the sort of weight that I think Tells was asking for.
Well, got best backward here, Gary.
Yep,
so he's got everything in behind, so... See another good bowl here too, coming in from...
that's Nick, is it?
Nick Gosley, yep. Yep. Pretty good bowl, so...
He's indicating there 2 down, and he's asking Neville to, make a charge at this again, I feel.
Yep.
Oh. Things starting to blow around the table here, mate. Getting a bit windy.
He's getting a bit breezy, mate.
Windier. Okay, so, then Neville's taking that extra grass, and I think Turles is pretty interested here, don't you?
Yep.
He's just going to turn it up, is he? No, he's not.
Just missed it.
Wow.
Missed by that much. G'day, Carl. How are you, mate?
On the master board, I can see that the Enoggera fellas are leading 14-10, and that's only after about 12 ends, so we've got a long way to go. 13 ends.
Yes, no, we've got a long way to go yet.
Sure have. Now, in the Gold Coast, ladies team, Broadbeach representatives, they've jumped out to a 25-4 lead over Bagara after 15 ends.
Well, we're just going to see here what type of shot Wayne Turley's going to play. He's really, he really needs to make contact with this kiddie, really, Gary.
Well, he does, but he's playing the same sort of shot that he asked Neville to play, although he doesn't appear to have the same weight. But he's going to snicker off that and
probably
maybe
get second
only
shot.
one down.
Probably get second shot out of that,
well,
Gary.
he didn't have as much weight as Nifty, did he?
No, he didn't have as much weight, but he definitely got the result.
He has, and he's now got a real good shot to play because he can actually play with a little
well,
more.
His bowl would be pretty well locked in there, I assume.
That's what I'm alluding to.
If they're touching Gary, and his bowl would be locked in, so it's actually made it a lot better for him to get to, hasn't it?
Well, it's made him. He's going to make the choice up now, but he can use a little more weight if he wants to.
Yes, no, that's for sure.
He cracks onto that bowl.
And it should go out of the head.
It'll go out.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And the kiddie might not go anywhere. Yep. It's ifs and buts, isn't it?
That's for sure.
Righto, so Brendan's, he's got one. He's going to try and protect, or is he?
I think he's trying to take Turles all out of the head, mate.
Wouldn't mind betting he's having a go at it. I think what's he done? Well, he spread eagle the head. Where'd the jack go?
No idea.
Well, I think it must have come back to his own bowl because they're all giving him the high five, low five. I got no idea where the jack is.
Yeah, no, pretty hard to tell from there. So.
Well, they were all standing in the way again. Anyway, the Broadbeach ladies have kicked out to a decent sort of a lead here now. Now, Calvin's just, what's he done? He's killed the enders and they're all bringing their bowls back. Yep, they're going to bring them all back and they're going to start back.
Oh, Tell's just missed that.
End.
So Brendan's got another bowl to play here, so he's in, just really got to draw. Just got to draw.
It's quite a lovely day now, isn't it, Brian? With
It's very nice, mate. It's a bit of cloud. Not cloud, I shouldn't say, Gary. It's not cloud, mate. It's a bit of smoke starting to come back in by the looks of things. And big hearty call out to all those wonderful volunteer firefighters we have around southeast Queensland, mate. Taking 3 out. Taking 3 out. So it's a good pick up there to the Enoggera team.
For the boys, they've got 3 shots there.
Yep. Good pick up, that's for sure. So good roll here. It's good 3/4 length by the looks of it, Gary.
Yeah, that's it.
Lifting it a little bit.
Every time we got the Magic Man Wizard here, this will be good. I'll get him to step in.
Yep. We've got we're going to have a guest commentator coming here in a minute, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to let Gary Thomas
slide away. I'm going to have a can of Coke. I'm a bit dry.
A bit dry, okay. Cup of Aspros?
No. I tell you what, I took that jerky into the boys inside. They went off their tree. I thought, how good's this? Only got half a box left.
Okay, dokes. They have a beautiful start there. A really good start by Thomas. And we've got a guest commentator coming here, and it's the one and only the CEO of Bowls Queensland, Brett Wilkie.
Afternoon, Brian.
Good afternoon, Brett. How's things?
Very good, thanks.
Mate, what a great final we got coming up here. Bowls have been absolutely exceptional. The leads have been building their heads just nicely, and the feature match, as you can see, is Brendan Egan, who's a lot of experience in Brendan, played for Queensland, of course, and he's up against Wayne Turley.
Yeah, a lot of great matchups right across the green with the men and women.
Absolutely, mate. It's first class, mate. We had a great weekend of bowls, and the viewers are thoroughly enjoying it too, just quietly, watching it from all over the world. We've got people sitting up over in England watching it, and said it's 2 a.m. in the morning, but they can't leave their iPads, so how good's that?
Very good.
We see John Bozzarello just trying to correct with he's a little bit underdone with his grass line here, though. He probably had pretty good weight for what he was after, but that wind just starting to sneak up a little bit now, so it could be playing a little bit of havoc with the players.
Yeah, weight was good.
Weight was pretty good there, Brett, that's for sure. So Brad Lawson been playing some very good bowls here from the second position, so another good-looking bowl here too. It's just going to come through by the looks of it, but I think Brendan will be pretty happy with that, that's for sure.
I played with Brad in the north-south last weekend. He played very well up there too.
I just said that to the viewers too, Brett, how well he played last weekend up in Townsville, mate, and what a great weekend it was. A great showcase for our great games. So it was, he did play exceptionally good bowls, mate, that's for sure. See, Jaden Cattell, he's played pretty well, but just struggled the last few ends, Jaden, with his grass line. But, I watched him this morning. We could see all the rinks up here, even though we didn't do that, but you could see the 6 rinks, as you're fully aware, Brett. And to tell you what, the young kid's been playing some great bowls. These two, I think, should have a good battle in the 2 position because they're both playing beautiful draw bowls.
Yeah, 2 good rising stars of the game, which is good to see.
It is good to see, isn't it? See, Brad just a little bit strong with that one again, but Duna doesn't mind that one little bit.
He could afford to give it a little bit of a chance there, couldn't he? Turn his own up, but he's finishing in a pretty good spot.
Well, I think a lot of times too, mate, when you're playing back into the breeze slightly, you have a tendency just psychologically just to make sure that you reach the head, and you have a tendency to go through, don't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
So anyway, we see Jaden trying very, very hard to just correct, and he, was very close.
Yeah, he wasn't far away. He's made it a little bit better.
He's made it better for his skip, yes, that's for sure. So, and Neville Jenkins, of course, a very experienced campaigner in the third position. So you see,
usually a good exponent of weight, Neville Jenkins.
Oh, absolutely. A bowl there by Nick Gosley just comes in, another bowl in the head.
Yeah, just not quite enough weight to get his own bowl over, which I think he would have been trying to.
I think that he's trying to do there by the looks of it.
It's created a 2-bowl target to get through now for Neville.
Yeah, basically a bit of a sit and stay. So see a lot of support here for the Enoggera club, and it's great to see everybody barracking for their team, and the atmosphere's been fantastic.
Yeah, all their ladies are behind the rinks there.
Yeah.
A little bit of fortune there. And it's fallen backwards as well.
I didn't see it that way, but anyway.
No,
he's got shot out of it.
You'd never think he'd be able to get through there off the edge.
And then fall backwards. Hey, that's bowls, mate. There's no luck in bowls. You should know that, Brett.
No.
Pure skill, my friend. See, Nick, I think, just underdone his weight here by the looks of it. Just going to pull up a bit short.
Really needed to give that a chance then, didn't he?
He had to be behind
Get
if anything, mate. Yeah, he should have been just in behind it, really, mate. But anyway, it's still advantage to the... actually, there's good shots there for Brendan Egan to play there, Brett. Anything through the head, I think he might get a result out of.
Yeah, needs to turn that blue and white one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one that you'd have to be playing for, wouldn't it? I'll tell you what, Neville's not just going to, he's just going to start, his bowl's just working now, so. I'll tell you what's going to make it a bit harder for him. Yeah. Probably still there, though.
Yeah, he sort of probably needs to work off that one, really.
Yeah,
now.
Yeah, that's for sure. And that's basically what Brendan's saying, yeah, work off that one. So, mate, on a Sunday, what did you do this morning, mate?
Went out with my family for breakfast.
Good stuff.
I've been away for a little while, so it was good to spend a bit of time at home with the family. And
introduce yourself to the kids.
Took the kids down to, there's a cafe near a park, not far from where we live. It was quite nice.
Good. And no doubt taught the dog not to bite you anymore, the stranger coming home? Or
Yesterday my wife took the kids to the local shopping centre where Santa arrived.
Oh.
So they're all about Christmas when I got home yesterday afternoon. They wanted to put Christmas lights up and get the Christmas tree out and that sort of thing.
The season to be jolly. People just don't tell me when it's time to be jolly, though. I seem to miss it sometimes there, Brett. But anyway, no, it was every wonderful time of the year for the kids, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was a bit of a wide one there for Brendan Egan. He had a few different options there to work through, but didn't connect any bowls.
Wayne Turley's going to be on to this. Whoa, gee whiz, that may have given him second shot also.
He's made two.
Because that's John Bozzarella's bowl just looks as though...
It's made it a lot harder for Brendan Egan too.
Well, Brendan may have to change his hand even.
Yeah, I think he'd be looking for the jack down between...
Yeah, I say he'd have to by now.
Underneath that blue and white bowl, he can see the edge of the jack, whether he can get it full enough to go with it. Or even anything short up through the head.
Well, Nick likes it.
Needs to hold. Does he get lucky?
Oh, no, not at all.
Still two, I think.
Yeah, it looks to be... Yeah, it might be one. That back bowl may have just been knocked at just a couple of rolls, and that...
yeah, I see Neville indicating one shot.
Yeah, it may just be one. So he's actually changed the head around as Dooner, so he's done quite good there.
Not easy for Wayne Turley to get into there. Both hands are a little bit blocked.
Yep. Great crowd here, Brett. Atmosphere building. It's still cars pouring in as we talk, and people walking into the club to watch this great event, this great spectacle. State Division 1 Pennant playoff. Mate, upstairs you can't get a seat upstairs, I mean, just look at the veranda and around the greens. It's
you've got the veranda, and then you've also got the inside the clubhouse up on the next level as well.
So absolutely
It's a great viewing area as well as the grandstands around the green here at Tweed Heads.
No, I couldn't agree more. It's absolutely it's a marvellous atmosphere. It's a pleasure to be here on behalf of Bowls Queensland to bring you this great event, and we really do appreciate Tweed Head Bowls Club for allowing us to use their wonderful facilities, that's for sure.
Well done to the Gold Coast media team once again for bringing us this coverage.
Well, it's all to do with
Brian and Robbie.
It's all to do with Robbie, mate. He's the mastermind. I only run the cords out when I have to. And even then, I apparently put him in the wrong places, according to Robbie.
Well, he just gave a little chance there, Wayne Turley. He had a couple of options there to roll up, but
weight
wasn't too bad.
His weight was ideal, Brett, for what he was after. But, yeah, he's just a little bit wide, mate. A bit tricky. The wind's actually changed about 2 or 3 times today, Brett, believe it or not. Like, I mean, yesterday it was howling straight across the greens. This morning it wasn't howling, but it was a sneaky little breeze.
So I told you it was too earlier, Brian.
It was
right.
Thank God, you got one right, son. There you go. Look at the crowd there, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the crowd up on the balcony. It's absolutely packed. And upstairs, there's just no room up there at all, where they're all up there watching the games also. So you have a bit of a span around. There's just people all the way around the place. And I said there's still people pouring in here left, right and centre. So it's a wonderful atmosphere for the bowlers. We see a lot of Enoggera supporters in behind the men there. So we see
Jamie Anderson urging the bowl on there in the background.
Yeah. Jamie's behind 11-6 at the moment to Kurt Brown. So at the moment, by the looks of it, Brett, it's 22 to Enoggera and 19 to Tweed Heads on 18 ends. Stephen Tong's up 7-3 over Kelvin Kirko. And Jaden Cattell standing in front of the board, so not too sure on that one. So we see Thomas playing his first bowl, coming back down this way. Back into the... little bit into the breeze. Not a bad starter there by Tom Ballaristic. John Bozzarello sticking with his backhand, playing back down this way. First bowl was pretty well with weight, just his grass line, just slightly off, but John's corrected pretty well on this one. Pretty good bowl there, probably fall over.
Yeah, good correction.
Yeah, no, he did well, mate. We see next bowl by Tom. Just got to correct his weight, really, with anything. His grass wasn't too bad. Played this pretty well. Just going to run through, but good home there. Very good catching area. Not a problem there at all. Good. We see Jaden Cattell, who I said has played some great bowls during the last few days, and just sticking to his backhand too. Just going to sit this black bowl he has done to make 2 shots. That's a lovely bowl there, Brett.
Yeah, good shot.
You see a lot of these young kids around, mate, and they're all up and coming. They're all, the bowls is in pretty good hands when you see the amount of good quality young kids we have got in the...
Yeah, I was just talking to one of the Boyne Tannum guys, and they were saying how much they've enjoyed coming down and being in part of this competition, and he said, we played against one team from it, and their first 3 players were younger than our lead was when they were their ages combined. So,
but it's true though. It's been a pleasure to watch some of these young kids, and that team that you just mentioned too. They, actual fact, yesterday, Brett, in the afternoon game, we were all very concerned because one of them was sitting on the seat, and Stephen Tong had a full-blooded drive and got the kitty and lifted the kitty and hit him right in the chest.
Oh God.
And we were all very concerned about him for a while, but I was talking to him this morning, and he said that he's had no ill effects from it. But, gee whiz, it just goes to show you, if you hit him anywhere else, see a great bowl there by Nick Gosley.
You've got to be careful sometimes, haven't you?
Yeah, but as I said, I made the comment just before, just off air, I mean, if I was watching Kelvin Kirko and Stephen Tong play, I wouldn't be sitting like those 20 people sitting right behind the ring, though, Brett.
Yeah, they can let him go.
They can let him go, mate. It's a pretty dangerous position to be in with those blokes driving.
See Kelvin Kirko kill an end about 5-10 minutes ago. So
yes.
With a drive.
Well, Tongy's killed a couple too, I think, mate. So, yeah, a couple of drivers there. As we've seen Nick Gosley playing his backhand, playing back down towards the clubhouse at Tweed Heads. Got it very well grassed here. Durner's interested in this one. He's come up to have a bit of a look at it. Sit that bowl. Yeah. Durner's happy with that one. Affectionately known as Durner. Well, there you are, Brett. You've been around a lot longer than I have in the international scene and state scene and everything. How did Durner get his nickname, mate?
I'm not quite sure.
Because I was asked that question. I had no idea.
No, I'm not sure. He originally came from Victoria.
Yep.
Like myself. We were sort of both played juniors, started off in juniors down there, but yeah, I'm not sure. Someone might be able to help us on the listening in.
How did Durner get his nickname Durner? Because it is quite an unusual nickname. We've seen another good-looking bowl here by Nick Gosley, just starting to work in well now. Oh yes, that is the ideal location. Just splits those bowls from Brendan Cattell, I should say. With the ladies too, just at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see in the men, Robbie's got the score up there. It's 22-19, and in the ladies, just for your benefit, it's 29 to the Broadbeach Bulls and 9 to Bagara. I see Julie Keegan's rinks up 11-1. I'm not too sure who they're playing. Caitlin inches up 11-4, and Bolivia Merrick is up 7-4. So the Bulls up in all three rinks at the moment, but a hell of a long way to go before that game's decided, that's for sure. But looks as though the Broadbeach girls are relishing this Tweed Heads green. By the looks of the way they're playing, they're all over it at the moment.
Yeah, they've got a pretty good outfit, the Broadbeach girls.
They have. They're very strong all over the park, really.
Is he going to hold here? Needs to get the outside edge of that bowl.
He got it.
Yeah, very good shot.
Yeah.
Just hung on enough.
Yep.
Right in behind the jack too.
Yes, that's not much to draw there, Brett, that's for sure. So has to play pretty much the perfect bowl, which I'm sure Wayne's more than capable of doing with his years of experience. So.
Yeah, he's been around a long time, Wayne.
Yep. It's where all the practice and everything.
Commonwealth Games gold medalist.
Yes.
Melbourne 2006 in the triples.
Only seems like yesterday too, mate. That's the sad thing about it.
Just overplayed it a little bit.
Yeah.
Not sure whether he's trying to draw or sit or trail.
Yeah. Still 2 down by the looks of it.
Chance.
With Brendan with another bowl to play. We'll go through. Sean Coopy, how are you, mate? G'day, Shillo. G'day, Brian. And Reed James, how are you, my friend? Bozzy, how are you, bud? Deanne Robinson on board. Leanne, Gail, Liz and Don. Hope you're all enjoying the telecast. And we see Brendan looks as though he may have drawn another one here. Just, is it going to flop over?
Good attempt.
Not quite, yeah, not quite. Close, but not close enough. Whoop. It's 32-9 now to the Broadbeach Bulls on 22 ends. Hang on, they're just doing the board again, so we'll give you another update on that. We can tell you this because the boards are right in front of us. So it's 32-10 on 23 ends to Broadbeach over Bagara. As we see a good 3/4 length end here, Brett. Has stretched it out a little bit more, so this should test the players out a little bit more, mate.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? Breaking up so your opponents don't get in that set routine.
Trying to help your own guys as well as throw out the opposition. Yeah,
so very good. So you see Kelvin Kirko still down 7-3. That board hasn't changed. And now we have Kurt Brown up 12-6 over Jimmy Anderson. And, of course, our feature match is Brendan Egan 11 to Wayne Turley 5 on 8 ends. So that's the overall. It's 22-20 by the looks of it in favour of Enoggera. So a long way to go, but Some great bowls being played, that's for sure. And looks of the way the crowd's going on, I think, by the looks of it, Tongy's on fire down there by the looks of it.
Yeah, he's got up and about, Tongy, this morning, this afternoon.
Loves his bowls, Stephen Tong, that's for sure. One of the true characters of our game is we see Tom here with his second bowl. His grass line maybe just a little bit under. Didn't correct that well. But still in the head. Bowl stays on the running surface, so it's still very usable. We see quite a good contingent of Broadbeach supporters coming in too. Barrack onto the Broadbeach girls, of course. See John Bolarezo delivery there, which Robbie just showed up close. He's got a beautiful delivery as John's, nearly the same all the time. So a lovely correction here by John too. Just going to sit there.
Yeah, good shot, John.
Great bowl by John. As we see Brad, also a beautiful delivery, very fluent. Good grass line on this one too. Tell you what, his weight doesn't look too bad neither. He's starting to work in nicely now. Picks his kitty up. Oh, he's just going to slip around it. So
yeah, he just gave a little chance. It's finishing a handy home.
Very handy home there, my friend. That's for sure.
Settle trail, but Tweed Heads needs a friend at the moment.
Definitely
it's
needs
a little bit lonely there.
Jaden Cattell having a good look at this one. He likes it. Got a beautiful grass line on it, just depending upon his weight now, and it seems to be coming home pretty nicely. He tucks that kitty around the side. No, just a bit long. Handy little home.
Well,
yeah, good position there. Had the right idea, just trying to tuck that kitty in, just take it off away from their eye, which is always a...
Yeah, it's a little bit of a target at the moment, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Jack-eye bowl, it's always good to change it up.
Well, particularly when you got two players like Duna and Nick Gosley coming after you, you definitely need a friend, but tell you what, I don't think you're going to need it after this. He's played it very well. Great bowl, Brad.
Made two out of it.
Yeah, Brad Lawson. As Brett said, played wonderful last weekend and really picked up again this weekend where he left off last weekend.
Good correction there, wasn't it? He just corrected his weight. He probably just overplayed it before. He's corrected it. But
it's very hard at times too. So it's always easier to correct your weight, as you know, Brett, if you're a bit long with your first one. But to correct it by that 6 inches or so can be be pretty touchy, mate.
Yeah,
just a bit wide with this one, but again, wouldn't be too disappointed. It's come to a pretty good home. I mean, you got Neville Jenkins and Wayne Turley coming after you. I'm sure that bowl can be very well used before it's over and done with. Nick with his first bowl.
This level, anything behind is good because not very often the jack doesn't move throughout the end.
Lovely bowl here by Nick
in these
Gosley.
sort of conditions.
Well, that's true. That may call a little bit of aggression now where that bowl just finished, Brett.
They can get
very
off,
hard to,
can get off that bowl and get the jack or one or two of the bowls.
Yeah.
Can't even get back to the jack clean if he has the right weight.
No, that's for sure. So Neville's really just going to come under that bowl there, Brett, that wing bowl, but I don't think he's got the weight. It's not going to hold. Didn't have the line. When I say didn't have the weight, I thought for that line he had to go quicker. He had to go quicker.
The way Wayne was calling, he was actually probably calling a little bit more weight than what he actually played in the end. So
yeah, no, that's for sure.
I think he's sort of looking for a little bit more, but still could get the result with that weight. Just depends what angles you get.
Yes, well, just see what type of weight Neville plays with this one here, because he really needs a little bit more. You're coming down to have a look at the head by the looks of it, which really isn't a bad ploy.
Yeah, I think it'll make his mind up exactly what weight he needs to play.
Yeah.
I think Wayne's sort of indicating he needs to go a little bit firmer.
Well, he could get a result there, couldn't he? But he's
even if the short bowl up through the head with more weight can do some damage.
That's for sure. The idea is, though, quite realistic, isn't it, Brendan? Having you played at international level, even if you don't get shot, you've got to clear the path for your skip to get in there, don't you? You know what I mean?
Well, you can even go fairly quick on the backhand and get that front blue bowl onto the other bowl, get both bowls clean.
Clean, yeah.
That's another option, or the green bowl through the head.
Yeah, definitely got options, that's for sure. Neville's had a good look at it this time anyway.
Neville is pretty sharp on the drive usually.
Yep.
So fairly accurate over the years.
No, that's for sure. G'day, Kevin. How are you, my friend?
He's lining up for the backhand. He might be going for that blue bowl in the front.
Well, it was a
Trying to get both.
It was a good call by you, mate.
Yeah. I played against these guys a bit. But he's pushed it wide. Might get lucky. Oh, very lucky.
Well, he rattled the can around there a few times, my friend. Hey?
He's hit it from that angle and then it's out. It's killed back out on that side. It's ricocheted. As we see the replay, very fortunate result here.
Oh, and that's all it is.
It's bounced off their own and killed.
Yeah, killed.
So we're replaying the ends here in the Queensland State Pennant Finals. No respot. 21 end games. 3 rinks of 4 in the final here.
And
Tweed Heads versus Enoggera at the Tweed Heads Bowls Club on their home green. A little bit of an advantage, but Enoggera have got the jump at the moment, so they've got the upper hand early, as do Broadbeach in the women's game. Take a commanding lead of 32-11 at the moment after 24 ends in the women's final over Bagara.
We'll replay the end, and again, it's good 3/4 length here by the looks of it, so...
Yeah, good starter. Lovely line.
Yeah, g'day, Mick. Sorry, mate, just picked up your message there. Mick Tull, how are you, my friend? The score is 32-11 in favour of the Broadbeach Bulls over Bagara at the moment. And I'll just try and give you the update. Bolivia Merrick is up 7-5. Julie Keegan is up 15-1. And Caitlin Inch is up 11-5 on 8 ends, Mick. And I think that last one would be the score you'd be chasing, buddy. Anyone got any more questions or anything you like? Flick it through and we'll try and give you as much help as we can. I know you all want to know the other scores, but it's easy to do this one because they're all on the one green now, so we don't have to go running around the 4 greens to get the score. So, and Robbie come up with his great idea of getting walkie-talkies, which saved a lot of running around, that's for sure. Great ploy, Robbie.
Hi to Glenn Atfield watching from Townsville.
Great to have the North on board.
There's a lot of work at Cutharinga Bowling Club.
Yep. There you go, Muddy.
Cooks pretty good rissoles too, doesn't he, Muddy, down there at Cutharinga?
Muddy goes all right, mate.
We sampled a few of those last weekend.
We certainly did. And by the way, Muddy, Wezzo said to say g'day, but I happened to mention that I saw you last weekend.
Greg Helm watching, CEO of Bowls New South Wales. Hi, Greg.
G'day, Greg. I was actually at his table at the presentation evening.
Good shot there from Bradley Lawson.
Yeah, lovely bowl there by Brad, that's for sure.
Makes 2 for Enoggera. Well, that wind's really dropped down now. It's perfect conditions at the moment.
Well, it is. It's really changed. It's been swirling and it's changed direction. It's, yeah. And good bowl here. It looks like Jaden Cattell. Is he going to get this?
Pick it up. Oh, just sliced it a little. May have made shot, though.
May have made shot, yeah. Good bowl there by Jaden. I said these 2 young guns, I reckon they're going to have a good tussle today, in my opinion. They're both in fine form. Both playing very steady bowls, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's got the opportunity here to just give it a little bit of a chance, sit or trail, promote his own bowl. He's got the weight. Probably not quite the weight.
Yeah.
Has exposed those 2 bowls on the forehand now for Enoggera. They've got a clear shot at.
Well, they have, haven't they?
Reaching through there.
Which they have, that's for sure. Look at that crowd there, Brett, sitting around the greens and that, mate. It's building up every few minutes.
Yeah, it's great to see everyone out watching.
Well, such a beautiful day.
Good day, great complex. Greens are running well.
Yep. Got everything in your favour, haven't you?
Yeah. He's giving it a good chance.
Tell you what, he's close.
Needs to get down a little.
He's close. He's got both of them. Bang, bang.
Good shot.
Great bowl. Young Nick.
Just got it out enough for at least one.
Yep. Good bowl by young Nick, that's for sure. Wayne telling him just wanted to beat that back bowl there, Brett. So
yeah, that short blue and white bowl up the front's just probably stopping them from playing the forehand at the moment. So got to try and draw around the shot bowl, but there is a bit of room.
Yeah, well, this is pretty close to the grass line for Neville's bowls from what I can make out. He's not going to be too far away with this.
He's giving a good show. Going to hold. Oh, great attempt. He would have been right on the jack.
Right on it, hasn't, but it's actually opened it up slightly too for Wayne, though. I mean, and Neville has another opportunity now too to.
Exactly the same bowl. He'll draw a toucher, I would imagine.
Well, what he could do too, as you're fully aware, he could probably flop off that last bowl of his and go pretty close to shot there at the same time. Just
gives him a good guide now. His last bowl.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Nick's bowl wasn't too bad weight, but
yeah. So we've got
the line.
Neville played his bowl now.
How good's his memory?
Yeah. At his age, anything like mine, he's gone.
He just overplayed it a bit, I think.
Yeah, just a little bit, yeah.
Gave it a chance. But
gave it a good chance, that's for sure.
A little bit too much of a chance.
That's for sure. It's up to the skips now, so this is why they get paid the top money. Best part about it, though, skips stand down the other end, think they're standing down there because they're the best players. They don't understand they're standing down there. The rest of the team don't want to talk to them. You blokes haven't worked that out yet, Brady. Probably only one down there by the looks of it, though, Brett, but Wayne's definitely got something to work off there. He's staying down this end, which is pretty advisable. Just see what Brendan plays. Wayne being behind 11 to 5 on 8 ends. I'll tell you what, Brendan's played this pretty well too. He's got this very well pointed.
Yeah, good shot.
Beautiful bowl there.
Filled in that hole.
By Brendan Egan. So, yeah, I think Wayne might have to be a little bit aggressive with that. And that front bowl is going to make it very, very hard for him to...
Yeah, he's got to get around that front bowl and then get into the split there.
Yeah.
Work off the edge of the last bowl and then stay. So he sort of weight's crucial too to hang around.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
But even if he gets the outside of Brendan Egan's last bowl, he could get it onto the jack, and they've got a couple of bowls waiting out there, the Tweed guys. So
he's got to play it. He's got
either
to play
edge, or even if he gets it fat, he could run through. He's not too far away. He's given it a chance.
He's going to take his own out.
Oh,
he has. That's going to hurt.
Inside of that one may have helped.
Yeah, inside it. It had to be inside that.
He may have given him another one.
Yeah, that's... Nick just having a look at their head and just saying, no, stay away from it.
They're looking for cover now.
Yep.
Got a pretty good head set up. You don't want to build it up again too much. It's Cracker, his first one, Brendan Egan from Enoggera.
Yeah, I think he's going more for cover, though, now, by the looks of this, though, Brett.
Yeah.
He needs it around the back there.
He's pretty close to where they were asking.
Yeah, no, that's basically where Nick was. Nick wanted it, that's for sure.
Good position bowl.
Yep.
Well, he wasn't too far out last time, Wayne Turl. He just needs to just adjust his line a little bit. I think his weight was pretty good.
Changing his hand, though, mate.
Yeah, he's that front one fat. Needed it full to get the result, but
yeah,
I'll get past it on the outside under the shot bowl. But
looked like 2. Yeah, it was 2. So it's now 13 to 5 on 9 ends in favour of Enoggera. Kurt Brown is up 13 to 6 over Jimmy Anderson. And, of course, the Enoggera boys are standing in front of the scoreboard on the Oaks rink. Stephen Tong up 11-3 over Kelvin Kirko on that rink. So there's the scores. We see Julie Keegan's up 16 to 1 on 10 ends. Bolivia Merrick is up 8-5. And as soon as this lady plays her bowl, I'll tell you what the score is. 12-5 to Caitlin Inch over Adele Perthouse. So that's the score there in the ladies. So overall, they're just doing the board at the moment. The manager for Broadbeach looks like Lynn Cuthbertson by the looks of it. I think it's 40-11 after 29 ends, Brett. So a bit of a runaway there for Broadbeach, but it's still only early in the game.
Still only early, but it's going to be hard for Vergara to get back from there, I would imagine. But you never know, Brian, do you, in the game of bowls?
Game of bowls, mate, is never over to the fat lady sings, mate. Or the fat guy, which is me. No, it's ever so true. I've seen games turn around, just a simple shot, and all of a sudden, change of length, and a change of luck goes with it, Brett, doesn't it, at times, you know what I mean?
So did you get the clarification of Tom from Enoggera's, how you pronounce his last name? Did you get that before we started, Brian?
No. To be quite truthful with you, we were told we were doing a different, two different teams, mate.
Oh, okay.
So we did the research on the teams we were told, and then different teams turned up on the rinks,
Fair
mate.
enough.
So and that's factual. We actually did research, believe it or not, on the Stephen Tong Kelvin Kirko game.
Okay.
That's what we told we were doing. But anyway, makes no difference. He's been leading up very well,
Yeah,
Tom.
he's got the shot again now.
Yeah,
But
John
saw
Bosrellis.
this one. Great reply, John Bolzarolo.
Yeah, great bowl there by John.
On hopper.
Yeah.
Good correction.
But Tom's got his two bowls there positioned where quite realistically any touch on that bowl and whammo.
Yeah, well, that's what you want with your lead. You know, one near it, one just behind. So both bowls are workable in the head.
Tell you what, Brad's not far away from this one though. He's played this very, very well, the young man.
You know, hold. Ooh, just open it up a little bit.
Well, he has opened it up,
Yeah.
hasn't he? That's
Great weighted bowl.
That's just a great bowl, isn't it? It's just gee whiz, young man played that very, very well. There's only one bloke I know who could play it better, and that's Robbie Allen. The perfect bowl.
Player of the series of the recent over 60s
Was the player of the series.
senior sides championships for
And
Queensland. Congratulations, Robbie.
And I was also told he also won the pie eating championship down in Enoggera from the
At Ettalong.
Ettalong pie shop, I've been informed.
The Ettalong Pie Shop also boasts the world's hottest pie as well, so I bet you didn't have a go at that one.
I've been told about that one too, in actual fact. I've actually been told about that
When we
one.
were at the Australian Sides Championships at Ettalong earlier in the year, there was a few different states had a go at this pie, and I think they were a bit sort of sorry they did after they had a try of it. They were in a bit of a state after it. Was that hot?
It was, and I can remember quite clearly someone live streaming that, Brett. And I was watching that, and I thought, what are these guys doing? And I saw, I think it was Sean Baker had a bite, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Sean had a go, and Dean McWhinney had a go from Queensland, but they were a bit sorry. But a few of the WA boys really got into it, and they were in quite a mess after it. But it was a bit of comical value.
Yeah.
We just got Marge on mentioning there that nobody gets their pronunciation. I can't even say that right. Pronunciation right. Tom's mum. So yeah, we probably won't try and attempt that pronunciation just so we don't get it wrong.
Well, I'll just keep to I can't get Tom wrong at this stage anyway.
We'll stick to Tom.
I'll stick to Tom at the moment.
Stop, and we'll stick to Marge.
And Marge, how are you, Marge? Great to have you on board. Thank you for those words. Glad you're enjoying the telecast. We can show you your son playing bowls. I see Nick Gosley just trying to sit this bowl out of the head. He's not going to be far away. He doesn't want to move Kitty, though.
Hang on.
He's actually locked it in. He's actually so a little bit unlucky there. He just hit it on the wrong side. So
pretty good attempt, but unlucky with the result.
See Neville now just trying to give it another one in there. So
yeah, see he went to the back with his first one. Pretty good positional bowl, especially now they've got that bowl locked in there. It's not easy for Brendan Egan to get to. But he's got a few bowls waiting over there on the left-hand side as we look at the screen.
Yes.
If you can
That's for
He
sure.
can slice the jack over there. He's got 3 bowls waiting there.
3 bowls there in the catchment area, that's for sure.
Even if you can get an edge off that blue and white bowl just short of the jack there on the side, that might give him a nice angle coming in onto the jack.
Yep. Yeah, I just heard Gary Thomas just did a quick head count. He's counted everybody. No one really moved. Must be there's over 400 people here.
Oh, that's great.
I said Gary just did a head count. He made sure no one moved, but he just done a head count. He said there's over 400 people here.
That's in all areas.
That's in all areas.
Inside and out.
Inside and upstairs above us.
Well, he's pretty good weight. He's not going to hold.
I'm just not going to hold. Now I'm just going to.
Probably just needed a little bit more weight, I think.
I'm just going to go for a wee walk. I'm just going to bring Mr. Thomas in just to do a few ends with you, Brett.
No worries. Wayne Turley's just trying to get another one in there. Oh, just needed a finer edge. He would have just run in there nice, but hasn't made it any easier for Brendan Egan here. Probably will have to play just a touch more weight. I think he just underplayed his first one a little bit. A little bit more weight would have got a better result. But we welcome Gary back to the commentary.
Thanks,
Gary.
with it. And
He's been busy counting heads.
well, I went around and I stood over on the side of the green, and I might be 10 out either way, but I reckon it's pretty accurate. But even around on all sides of the green, plus on the covered balcony, and in the upstairs area on the first floor, they're all glued to the window. And my best assessment was well over 400.
That's great. It's one of the best clubs in the world to watch the game of bowls here at Tweed Heads. Magnificent complex.
Yeah, we've already mentioned earlier this morning the uniqueness of the grandstand area, which is permanent. 4 tiers of seating, and
it's one of the best venues for crowds, especially like Golden Nugget time, as we see. Oh, great attempt from Wayne Turley. Very close. And Brendan Egan's shot, I think he just underplayed it. He just didn't quite have the weight, but one shot to Tweed Heads.
Well, it's certainly not one-way traffic, Wiz, is it?
No, they're just going to have a chat now. They're down, I think it's 13-7 at the moment. Enoggera's leading on this rink.
Mm-hmm.
So the Tweed Heads boys just having a chat whether they want to change something up. Bit of encouragement.
The ladies, Broadbeach girls have got a fairly decent lead, 44-11 against Bagara, and that's after 30 ends, so they're getting towards the halfway mark.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for a ditch-to-ditch length, the Tweed boys.
Yep. Well, they've got to mix it up a bit, haven't they? Because they try and find a way to, because I think they're still a bit behind, aren't they? On that televised rink we're looking at.
Yeah, by the scoreboard, it's 34-22 to Enoggera. So Wayne Turley will probably be a little bit disappointed with that. John Bolzarolo, the Tweed lead, just not quite getting the jack where he would have liked it. But it is a little bit longer than they have been playing.
Yes,
so
it is.
That will change it up a little bit.
Well, you got to mix and match it a bit, haven't you? They're down 13-6, I think, from 13-6. And Brownie's leading 13-7.
We've got Alan Vidler's just mentioned that he didn't think he had enough fingers and toes to get to 400, Gary.
Oh, well. Oh, God, if I had enough of those, I'd be a bit weird.
Not an ideal start from John Bolzarolo. He's sort of dropped the jack short, and then he's dropped his bowl even shorter.
Yeah.
So, might have just been in his head a little bit, not getting the jack up to where he wanted it, and he's just been distracted a little maybe with his bowl.
He's outbilled himself there, isn't he?
Yeah, no, he's blocked himself. He's had to change hands.
And Tom Blasick, he's been bowling quite well, so he's taken advantage of Boz's mistake.
He has. He's not too far away.
Well, Boz's got a better bowl here, and he would have needed it. Well, that's
a good correction.
It certainly is. Not only weight
bowl.
but grass. He had to correct everything, didn't he?
Pretty handy bowl there as we welcome Nathan Rice is watching. Recently retired announcement from the Australian squad.
Yeah.
And
we mentioned that too, Lurchy, yesterday, and we talked volumes about your career and
Had
what
an
you've
amazing
done for
career,
bowls.
I think over 16 years in the
Yeah,
Australian squad.
That's right.
Not too many people have lasted that long in the Australian squad over the years.
And the number of
Congratulations, Lurch.
the number of years we've enjoyed watching you play, and I'm speaking not just on behalf of myself, but I think everybody who likes lawn bowls. So here comes young Jaden again.
Yeah, great shot, right in behind it.
He's played very well for Lurch. He got me talking about Lurch. He's played very well with her, hasn't he, Jaden?
Yeah,
he's played some very good shots.
The last couple ends he sort of went off a little bit, but he's
been
straight
pretty
back on the
consistent
jack
right
here.
from the start. When I was watching, he was very good.
Pretty good reply from Bradley Lawson from Enoggera. Beautiful weight.
Yep.
It's not quite the line.
It's turned out to be quite a warm day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Most
now.
of
The wind's died.
And yes, which was fortunate. And most of that foggy, hazy mist is still hanging around, but it's not as bad. Yeah.
Can get quite tricky here at Tweed Heads at times when the wind gets up, but beautiful conditions here at the moment.
Here's another good bowl from Jaden. Perfect grass again. He's just crept in behind his own.
Maybe close to 2.
Yeah. They're a pretty decent bowling family, aren't they?
Yeah, all the family enjoy playing.
Yeah.
Sister Jessie's
Yeah,
got
sure.
a lot of good accomplishments.
Well,
He's after this one. He likes it.
he likes it. He got
He's
a bit
gonna
of
go
it.
with it.
Oh,
Great
he
shot,
did.
Bradley Lawson. Just gave her that little bit of a chance.
He did.
Made one out of it.
Right.
Very good bowl.
It is
See the
only one. I
replay?
think it is a this was
He
technology.
was after it, wasn't he? He was pretty excited. He knew he had a good
Right,
bowl.
he did. Yeah, he followed it all the way down.
Boom.
Technology at its best.
Well done, Robbie, with the replay.
Replay Robbie, we
High
should
fives
call
all
him.
round.
Replay Robbie.
Neville Jenkins here from Tweed Heads. He's after it.
He's going to go through the aperture.
Oh, very good attempt. Finishing a good home too. Kicked a goal, but he's giving
umpires waved the flags.
himself a good guide for his next one. Sure, Nick Gosley here will be trying to trail a jack around the corner, take it out of
Absolutely,
view.
of course he will.
If he can get it around the corner there, it won't be easy to get to.
No. He's a very handy player too, isn't he, Nick?
Yeah, very steady. Queensland under 25 representative.
That's
and
right, and he's not too far away either if
He
he's
is.
going to run it.
He just hasn't got the weight.
Yeah, he hasn't. No, I thought he might slip off
The
that
line
one.
was pretty good.
Just needs another 1.5 foot of weight, I'd imagine.
He's probably taking the view of the jack out from the mat end as well. Neville may try and just drop his weight a touch to get the turn.
Well, tells us. Has he asked him to come down, has he? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think he's either.
They're going to have a powwow here in the middle of the green.
I'm not sure what they're deciding. I suppose the options is either similar bowl with probably a touch less weight to try and just trail the jack,
It's always
maybe with a yard.
It's
or
always a good idea, isn't it? That the skips more and more these days are prepared to, instead of just saying do what I say, they're more and more prepared to get the third involved, get him down, have a decent look, aren't they?
Yeah, I think he's sort of given him the opportunity to play what he's confident with.
Exactly. That well, see, I'm a bit surprised he didn't come all the way. I reckon if you.
Do you want a full draw, just over?
What do you think you can
trail
play,
a jack or finish in a good spot, or would you rather maybe play up through it? But
yeah, well, that's
there's a couple of opportunities of playing right through the front bowls, but he looks like he's going for.
That's what he's trying.
A few there to hit.
Oh, he's got everything but the one he wanted.
It hasn't really worked out.
It might have put him in more strife, is it? I'm not sure.
Maybe a couple now.
I've always believed, though, if a player's going to come down to the head, he should come all the way.
Yeah.
Not just come halfway and have a powwow in the middle. Come all the way down and have a decent look at what you're trying to do.
Well, he wasn't that far out with his first one, really. I thought he might have just maybe dropped his weight.
He wasn't. Now, Nick's done what you suggested, but he's popped it out.
He's just overplayed it a little bit. But he's given Wayne Turley a little bit of room now.
Yeah, well, he's
So
given Turl some room on the forehand to get
Yeah, he's
something
tried
close, hasn't he? Or he could play the backhand if he wanted to.
It was just a bit stiff. He probably just overplayed it a little bit, but still they're probably holding
Well,
one.
I think they're holding a few more than one, don't you?
Well, I think that's John Bolzarolo's
Yeah, well, that
green
could
bowl
be
there.
the second shot, yeah.
Closer.
They've certainly got one or three, you'd think. Can you see with your eyes?
No, I can't see through the...
That makes it pretty hard sometimes, doesn't it? Now we've got Marg.
Not sure if he's got the weight here. The track looks pretty good. Yeah, very good line.
Yeah.
Definitely cut it down to one now.
We've got Marg Blazik watching. Oh,
Marg,
don't worry,
Marg is
guys.
Tom's dad. Tom's mum,
Yeah.
sorry.
She said, don't worry, guys, nobody gets our pronunciation right.
Yeah.
Well, I would have thought it was Blazik. Or
Good
Blazik.
shot there from Brendan Egan. He's drawn a second shot
Yes,
and
he
also in the line of Wayne Turley. So
Yeah.
he's got
Turles has got to be pretty
to
precise here, isn't he?
negotiate through that. But he can play through that bowl or get under and trail a jack. You
Yeah.
can see Jaden Cattell's bowl there right on the tee.
He can also play a
bottom of
little
the
bit
screen.
underneath and turn his own up, can't he?
Yeah, he's got a few options here.
Well, what's he going to do here?
Played pretty good weight.
He's going to get the bowl he needs. Now, where's it going to go?
Going to run on.
Oh,
he might have made two.
He could have made two here.
Oh, what a perfect shot.
Well, that's what we said. He didn't have nothing going for him being wide,
Yeah.
did he?
Played very good weight.
He sure did.
Got the perfect result.
Yeah. Well, you pop the bowl out, you
Just
pop
enough.
the jack out into the open. You're really sort of giving an invitation to
Yeah, very good
these
shot.
blokes, aren't you?
Brendan Egan's now looking for both bowls or the jack. He's close too. He's going to run through.
Oh,
That's
it's a
Jaden
comeback to
Cattell back there.
Jaden's bowl. Now they're four. He's indicating four down.
Three.
Three.
Well,
Goodness
he wasn't
gracious
far off
me.
his target really, but
No, he wasn't.
unlucky with the result. So they've gone from being 2 up to all of a sudden 3
Three
down in
down.
a couple of bowls.
That's it, in the blink of an eye. And that's what can happen, isn't it?
And
And I mean, the shot he played was I thought wasn't too wide from the correct shot, was it?
yeah, he was,
What he was attempting.
he was only sort of half a bowl out really.
He never got the right through the rub, did he?
5-shot turnaround makes a big difference at
Sure
this
does.
stage of the game.
Ann Schroeder's watching from Bean Leeds. He's barring the Tweed heads. Troy Howard thinks Tom's last name is pronounced Blazik. And what's what I said? Alan Vidler. So we've already read that one.
Yeah.
Chris Laypelt. Michael Turner turned up. I had a quick word to Onions there before too. Troy Howard, something like that. Hello, they're gone mad
Jimmy
here.
Anderson getting pretty
Oh,
excited there on the rink next
Oh,
door.
the big man's gone berserk.
Fist pumps and high fives all
Oh,
around.
all
He's
over the place.
pretty happy.
Yeah.
Kurt Brown.
And now he's
Walking
doing
back
it,
there.
going to everyone in the crowd.
He doesn't mind getting excited, big Jimmy
Oh,
Anderson.
no, well, you don't, do you? You love the game so much.
Oh, he's a very passionate player.
We all are. It's just like an
Pats on the
AFL
back.
grand final. Your team kicks a goal, you go mad.
You see Aidan Vicker bowling on the third rink there for Enoggera.
Trish and Barry Webster are asking whether Jason Curry's here. Well, I didn't think he was. Wilson Alexander's watching. Now this is taking on some new degree of excitement.
Yeah, the Leeds just struggling with their line here. Their weight's not too bad.
Yep. Oh, here comes Boz. Does he live down this way now?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think I might ask you that the other
Yeah,
day.
not sure where he lives now.
Yeah, I'll have to ask him. He used to
He's
live
been
way up.
enjoying working here on the greens at
course.
Tweed Heads.
He used to live up in Pack Pines, but I doubt that he'd still live there and have to drive here every day. Yeah, the Leeds have just sort of stumbled a bit on this end, haven't they, from what we can
Yeah, a
see?
bit of room so far. This is not going to help much either, I don't think.
Brendan's given it the early clap, but he's
It's a
certainly...
handy spot, but
Well, there's going to be a lot of bowls inside those
still
four.
plenty of room. It's probably the best one out of a lot of them so
Overall
far.
score 25-34. Tweed and Enoggera are leading by 9 after 27 ends.
And in the women's game, the Broadbeach Bulls are 49 against Bagara 13, so it's extending their lead at the moment.
Well, they are, and that's more than halfway too, isn't it? That's 34 ends.
Great shot here from Jaden Cattell for Tweed Heads.
Well, he's
beautiful line.
Jumped on it again.
Yeah.
He generally plays with beautiful weight, doesn't he, Jaden? And not often does he play
a player
very
that's
short
continually improving. He's
got a big future, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And so is he. They're not twins, are they? They're
no. So he's fitted in well since he's moved to Tweed. They've really.
Well, and he's paying his way too because of bowls like that. And you don't wonder why he's in the team, and there he comes again. What's he got this time?
The same weight?
I think he has.
Yeah,
Look
two
at that.
rippers.
Two wonderful shots.
Perfect bowling
from Jaden. Yes, it is.
1-on-1 behind.
No, you can't do any better than that. And any
fairly long end too. It is.
It's
probably only a metre and a half short of tee to tee, full length.
I think this might be just what's he done? A crunch on it, has he? Well, don't tell me he's drawn it. No, he hasn't.
Very good shot.
Oh, absolutely.
Wasn't far off the jack, really.
He's probably still just one down. I think, yes. Tells has indicated that Jaden's still holding shot.
Yeah, great attempt there from Bradley Lawson.
Sure was, and he's bowled well too.
Yeah, they've had a good tussle the seconds.
They sure have. Now here comes the grandfather of the team. One of my most loved bowling friends.
Yeah, he's pretty steady, Neville Jenkins.
Well, have a look at this. Wrap your peepers on that one.
Yeah, his line was good, but
not sure if he's quite made it, but it's in a very handy position.
Yeah, at least third shot.
Any slight touch on that is going to be turned in, you would think.
Well, Nick may even knock it in here.
I think he's just going to miss it.
Nick Gosley for Enoggera. Good weight. Weight was pretty close.
Yeah, no need for Nifty to change anything here. He's just going to come in on his same hand.
Yeah, needs a couple of feet.
Yeah. And I bet he finds it.
Neville Jenkins is a Queensland over 60 skipper.
And he has been for 10 years
yeah,
nearly.
Has been for many years. One of the stalwarts of our over 60s team.
I think he was responsible for getting me a run and responsible for getting me out. I've never told him that. Now, what's going to...
He's just dropped his weight.
Yes, he has.
He's corrected his line, but taking the weight off.
Now, Tells is having a look at this. I don't think he's trying to get to, but I don't think he will. He'd love to. He's doing the finger measure.
It'll be interesting whether he stays on the, because he's been calling his teammates on the forehand, but he has got an opportunity if he plays the backhand. If he can roll Bradley's bowl, he could make definitely three shots out of it. Whether he tries to play on the forehand or
he might
attempts to roll that bowl.
Yeah, he might elect to just come in on the. Oh no, he's staying on
the forehand.
Yeah, but he's got an option on the other hand. That's the beauty of it, Wiz, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I've always believed in the game of bowls, you're always going to be all right if you give your skipper more than just one shot to play.
Yeah, and the danger of playing the backhand is maybe leaving a guide for them or setting something up for Brendan to come on, because Brendan's playing the backhand. So, so yeah,
it just depends on how well you're playing, how confident you get it. But and whenever I've played fours, I've always wanted to, get the team, the three of us, to give our skipper an option.
Yeah, it's good to have options.
What shot to play. If he's got to take a bowl out, good.
Speaking of options, is he going to draw or is he going to have a little run here?
Oh, he might be taking
for the run.
Yeah, he is too.
Maybe the bowl clean or the edge of the green one. He can get both. He holds. Jack. Oh,
bang.
A little bit fortunate.
He was.
Still maybe in though.
I think it would be.
Yeah, it's still in. Neville Jenkins just indicating 2 down at the moment.
Okay.
So it's worked out good. He's got a little bit of fortune there. He wasn't too far out.
No, we reckon that's the sort of shot that he might like to play, though, didn't we?
The other edge of that bowl, he could have got both bowls clean, but he has got 2 out of it. But I think Wayne Turley's got about 7 feet to draw. That's right in the back corner of the rink.
Yeah, we're looking at this right through the window now.
He's drawn a very good bowl.
He's got a bomb.
Just see, he's drawn a toucher, I think.
Absolute bomb.
What a great shot.
Now that's Wayne Turley at his best. That's what we've come to know that man is capable of doing.
Great shot off the line.
Off the line and another, 3 yards of weight.
Yeah.
To be able to change like that is just wonderful.
He's just got to try and get the bowl or jack here. Yep. Jack and bowl would be pretty good. He'd be holding a few, I'd say. Looks wide from that angle.
Yeah, he's sitting right on it.
Yeah, he's gone wide, so.
Okay, so.
Great draw shot to the back corner, Wayne Turley.
Beauty.
Bowls manager here at Tweed Heads Bowls Club.
Is.
Doing a great job.
With Chloe Stewart as his understudy. And Chloe's running around taking photographs, she was when I last saw her.
Good team.
Yeah, they are.
So in the women's, Broadbeach continue to move forward. They're 51-14 now after 36 ends.
Yeah. Well, that's starting to look pretty bleak, isn't it, for
Bagara have been stuck on 14 for a while, I think.
They have. So Kathy Elms is with us. Go Broady. Well, we've just given you that score, Kathy, and I think, without being too preemptive, I think that the champagne could already be on ice. Close.
We've got ditch to ditch here. I think it's the first time for a few ends they've been trying to get ditch to ditch, the Tweed Heads boys, but they've got ditch to ditch now. So good weight there from John Bolzarolo, but missed his line.
Roger Goodrich has joined along the Cambridge. Roger, good afternoon. Here comes Tom Blazic. He's played another good shot here,
good
Tom.
Shot. Very good weight.
Like these, now, Boss has got a bit of correction to do here. His weight wasn't too bad, but he was very skinny, wasn't he?
He's thrown it out this time.
Sure has. I chucked it out a bit too far, but
it's a little bit more workable there.
Yeah, a little bit better than his first.
Weight was all right again. Glenn Galleen there mentioning last year's final. Yeah, the Club Helensvale were a little bit fortunate sneaking over the line last year on an extra end.
That's right.
It was pretty exciting stuff.
Kelsey Cottrell played an absolute screamer, didn't she? Put the jack in the ditch to make 3, I believe, and win the game.
World record pace for saying that's for sure. Another world record, Gary.
Well, that's not me. He's talking about. I'm sure he's talking about Brian. He says that I counted one day, and he said it. He said it 62 times in a minute. He said more than 1 a second.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's for sure. Sometimes you don't know you're saying these things until people bring it up.
Yeah, I stir him up about ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, that as well.
Yeah.
And my friend. Good afternoon, my very good friend. Yeah.
Good attempt there.
Just quietly, he said.
Nice shot there from Bradley Lawson of Enoggera. Makes 2. Definitely 2, but still a little bit of room there. Just a change of length here. It's the first time we've had a ditch-to-ditch end for a while.
Yeah, and Enoggera, I'll tell you what, they're not lying down here. They've skipped out to a 40-28 lead on the overall board.
He's a bit aggressive line there. Could be a few bowls there waiting there now if they happen to trail the jack there.
Well, they've got to get it back there now, though, haven't they?
They need to get one close first before they start looking to trail.
Well, of course they do. They keep missing, yeah. Not going to help the cause.
He's underplayed this one a little bit, I think. He's holding on. Might be good enough for a 3.
Yeah.
Well, the pressure's on Neville Jenkins here. 3 down at least.
Yeah.
Maybe 4. He opted to go the forehand, I think. Ray Berg's just saying go Bagara. Ray from Ferny Grove. Well, they're in a little bit of strife at the moment. Bagara ladies, they've been stuck on 14 for a long time. They're 14 to 51 at the moment against Broadbeach in the women's final of the state pennant finals here at Tweed Heads Bowls Club.
That's a big lead, isn't it, in terms of what we're used to seeing. 37 shots. It's going to be a massive job to overhaul that.
Might force Neville to change his hand there. That last bowl's just getting in his road, but Neville just meter through with his last. His line wasn't too bad, but he's looking to correct.
Well, it's a big bowl in context of this end, isn't it?
Yeah, Enoggera's holding 3 in a measure.
Well, Turl's having a decent look at it. And he might have taken some pain out of the whole situation.
The weight was perfect.
Yeah.
Looked like Brendan Egan just indicating 2 there, I think.
Might still have 2, yeah.
Oh, he's got to try and miss his own now, Nick Gosley. He's blocked himself off a little bit here. Needs to clear it.
Oh, he's going to drop under it all right, isn't he? He is too.
Needs to hurry.
No, it's not going to.
Maybe not quite.
Well, at least he's given Turles an opportunity to. I mean, it's not as though he couldn't draw it, is it?
No, there's still a bit of room there, but
sure is.
As
he's
we
got to play
said,
it.
First time we've had ditch to ditch, so a new length. Everyone just finding their way a little bit.
They are.
Wayne's just watching the other rinks.
Well, you know, we've got to watch the game that we're televising, but it's hard not to look at the others with, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
You've got to have an interest in the game generally. Now, Turles, they got off their seats a bit here, but I think Turles is going to be a bit quick.
They overplayed it a bit. His line looked pretty good.
So we reckon that Enoggera here would be holding, well, we've suggested it's 2, and I think Brendan has indicated that might be the case. And we're more than halfway through this final, folks, bearing in mind it's 63 ends, and we've completed 33. So in terms of the game, we've still got a long, long way to go with 30 ends, roughly 10 on each rink.
Brendan Egan choosing the backhand.
Yep. And I think he's made a decent fist of this, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's pretty close.
Have a look at this. He doesn't want to move it too far. Moving it the other way would have been all right.
It's the absoluter.
Well, that's definitely counting. So that looks to be possibly 3, we reckon.
Made it a little bit less room for Wayne Turley.
Yeah, sure.
Just needs to correct his weight. He had pretty good line, I think, with his first bowl.
He did. He was just a little bit quick and didn't get back.
He's a touch high.
Oh, he is. Is he going to get back to this?
He's a bit quick again.
Not.
Can he run in off that? No.
Crikey. Well, Brendan's got a free kick here, hasn't he?
Yeah. See how good his memory is. He just played a good one.
He plays exactly the same as what he's done.
So he'd nearly back him to draw another one.
You would. But then having said that, I would have backed Turles to get one too.
Yeah, well, I would have thought he would have corrected a bit better. He seemed to have similar weight, really, with his second one, but unlike Wayne.
Well, especially after we've seen the previous end where he went out and drew that magnificent toucher.
That was a cracker, that
with
one.
New grass and new weight that he had to use, and then all of a sudden we give him a shot that we consider to be a fair bit easier, and he couldn't get it. Now, what's Brendan done? Has he got enough run in his legs? Oh, he's still coming. He got to pass that one by a good deal, and he didn't.
He's improved his line, but dropped the weight.
Yeah. So they're kicking 2 out, and they're looking at the third one. And I think Nick reckons it's his. Now they're looking at this one as well. Oh, well. Oh, that's, yeah. That's okay. Surely not that one as well. Three. That's what we predicted from our vantage point.
Yeah, well,
3.
Had a few attempts, Tweed, of trying to get that dish-to-ditch length, but it didn't work for him in the end. But had to try something to change it up a bit. The first end Enoggera's won for a few ends on this rink. So.
Yeah, Bowles Queenslander put the score up, but Adele Persau's 8 and Caitlin Inch is 17. Oh, no, it says Seymour. I suppose I've got to tap that, do I? All right. Oh, here we go. Wizard, you're a whiz. Okay, in the ladies, it's Adele Persau's 8, Caitlin Inch 17. Where am I looking for the girls? I want to give you the lady's first name. And the lady's name is Jennifer Hearn. Oh, no, sorry. Terry Heath, skipping, is 6 against Bolivia Millerick, 18. And Julie McNally is 3 against Julie Keegan, 21. So that's a fairly comfortable situation.
Yeah,
on
three
all
rinks. Three rinks all dominating at the moment, aren't they? So it's not a good
now.
sign. Sometimes if you've got one rink going well, they can encourage the others. But but when you've got 3 rinks struggling, it's a hard thing to come back from.
Sure is, and they're getting further behind because.
But the Bagara ladies have done a marvellous job winning through their district zone and through their section to make the final.
Of course,
so
what
full
does it
credit
matter?
to Bagara. They've done a wonderful job.
It doesn't matter which team is here, with whether they're playing in finals or not. You've got to take your hat off to the ability to get here.
They've all come a long way. You see change of length here. John Bolzarolo's changed up the better. Just throwing Tom out a little bit. He's throwing himself out with his the length he's chosen.
He's struggled a little bit in the last few ends. Boss, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's back on again here.
Yeah, he's a much better player than what he's indicated in the last probably 4 or 5 ends. He started out pretty good. Yeah, he's got a good shot here.
Yeah, very good shot.
Yeah, well done, Boss, and he's just
corrected his weight. That
a
little bit gave it a chance.
$350.
Yeah, we've got 350.
Well, Alan Biddler's just. Alan Biddler said with 350. We need to change the time. It's now next Wednesday afternoon, folks.
We've played a lot of ends here today.
We've gone through the night and into the next day. And Stan Dunbar's watching from West Chermside. Welcome to you, Stan. And Liz Don Ferguson says, come on, Bagara, well done making the final. This is your 5th year, isn't it?
Let's change your lengths throwing the seconds out too. They've both struggled with their weight.
Yeah.
The shortest end we've had, probably for four ends at least. Having trouble finding it again.
Well, Boz is still holding 2, isn't he? And well, that's a bit better attempt.
Yeah, still a bit quick
still
though.
A bit
really
heavy, isn't he? Yeah.
He gave it a chance, but you really need a bowl in the head and more than trying to trail it.
Yep.
opportunity for Jaden from Tweed Heads to put the pressure on.
Yeah, sure. He's just got to find a little, 6 feet. 6 feet of weight wouldn't hurt him, would it?
Send it out a little bit. Depends how much wind he gets here. There's not a lot of breeze blowing.
It's going to come back for third shot.
It's a handy home.
Maybe.
Good spot.
Brendan's calling,
Looks like he's calling a bit of weight under there, under that front bowl. Sit the bowl, trailer jack. They do have a couple there waiting at the back.
Yep. So what's he going to do? He's got to clip off this. Uh-oh.
Well, he's ended up with a handy close bowl
lucky,
out of it.
Lucky result.
They didn't really have anything close prior to that, so
they might only be holding one now. Tweed.
A little bit of a risky, aggressive shot with nothing in the area, but
that's right.
He's got a good second out of it, or maybe third.
Right, he did. Yeah.
Stephen Tong just getting excited over there. A couple of rinks across.
He got a bit worried yesterday, Wes, because he drove the kitty off the green and hit one of his teammates fair in the chest.
Yeah, Brian just mentioned that.
Yeah, I don't know if you were there to see. We were a bit concerned about the man until he sort of got up and started stretching himself and looked okay, but he had his head bowed, and as you would.
Just a bit wide there from Nick Gosley. Opportunity here. I think Neville Jenkins will be trying to trail that jack around the corner.
Just tuck it around the corner.
Take it out of view.
He'll be trying to make sure he's up and counting. I don't think he's here. Tells has gone the knee bend.
Really needed to give that a chance, really.
He's not here enough.
Rub off his own or trail it around the corner. But has stopped the drive, but I think Brendan Egan will just be trying to play with a yard, 4 feet. To the bowl, trailer jack around the corner. He's got a couple there waiting. He could make 3 or 4 there.
Well, he's got all the catches in the right area for a forehand shot, hasn't he?
He has.
Great man Ryan Best is watching. Greg Bostock's back with us. Lou Elms says, go Bolivia and Cass plus all the ladies. Well, Cassie and Bolly Bomb, they're in the one team, as you'd know.
Fortunately, we can't see this one. They're riding it.
Yeah, well, Nifty's in the way again. And Paulie Ryan's on board watching, Paul. Oh, geez, what's happened here? We just had a look at the...
He's ran into the short bowl at Neville's.
Yeah.
So he wasn't far away, but not quite.
Neville standing just where we don't want him to be. Well, certainly not further to the left. Nev, don't do it to us. We'll have to go and pug him in the head with a 4v2. There he goes.
Pretty good track here if he's got the weight.
Yeah. Oh, what a shot.
Yeah, good shot.
What a shot.
Oh, might have went too far.
Oh, no.
4-0, that's Jaden's bowl there.
That
that's
is,
right.
yeah.
4.
Holding 4.
Very good shot, and it's made it a lot harder for Brendan Egan to get to as well.
It has.
Great shot there from Wayne Turley.
I mean, he's probably, I don't know, Nick's calling him to play through those bowls on the forehand, which is not such a bad idea. Because he's got a bigger target to play to, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's right. I think
it's all extremely important on his weight here.
If he gets the split through the front two there, just near Neville's left hand, he needs to get one of them onto the jack.
Yeah.
Run through.
Here he comes, and I don't know if
he needs to turn.
He's going to, though. Here he comes. He's going to get something, but not what he probably wants. No, he's
movement
it
of the jack.
It.
I don't think so. It's 4.
Well, this is a free kick for Turles.
Yeah, last bowl of the end. He's got a little bit of room to make 5.
Yes, he has, and what a handy pick-up that'd be.
Yeah, it's just in a crucial stage of the game, really. 44 to 30 down overall.
Yes,
pick up a 5 here. If the other rinks can pick up another end or 2, they'll be right back in.
There'll be a bit of cheering going on here if they manage to get by.
Give a boost to his other 2 rinks as well.
Well, it will, and the boys will acknowledge the fact that he's got that. Well, 4 at this stage, we reckon. And
well, at the moment by the board it's 44-33, so it'll actually take them to 38.
yeah,
with
no,
5 here.
what's he done? I think he's left it a bit heavy.
Track was good.
4 shots. So there's a bit of high five going on now.
So that takes them to 37-44
Yeah,
now.
the crowd are
overall.
right behind the Tweed boys there. That was a very handy pickup, wasn't it?
Stephen Tong leading 16-9 over Kelvin Kirko.
Yeah.
Enoggera. Jamie Anderson's trailing Kurt Brown 12-14. I just can't see that. And now Brendan Egan's leading 16-14 over Wayne Turley.
Yeah, well, it's getting pretty close, isn't it now? Well, closer.
Yeah, well, it's just a crucial stage of the game for Tweed to make their move.
Well, just, I mean, within the twinkling of an eye, Wiz, and you know it as well as anybody else, that the momentum in this game can swing ever so quickly, can't it?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, just less than a minute ago, Tweed were behind by 14 shots. And before you turn around and say anything else, they're now only behind by 7.
Yeah. Broadbeach extending their lead in the women's final, 66-17 now after 44 ends.
Oh,
They might be waving the white flag a bit earlier in that game.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I think the champagne's on ice. They're just about to pop the corks. But it's just so wonderful to see so many people here. And as I said before, there's well over 400 people here watching all this action. And that's not just the ones.
There's probably more
see.
now, I would think.
Well, maybe there is, and there's so many people inside.
You did a very good job of counting all those people.
Well, mate, I
Gary.
just sort of went 10, 20, 30, 40 type of thing, but I wasn't too far out. And the people upstairs, of course, on the level above us, are all lined up against the window. And there's got to be over 100 people on the balcony here.
Yeah.
Just on the
It's
balcony.
a great crowd, great viewing club, Tweed Heads Bowls Club. They've done a great job hosting this event for Bowls Queensland.
That's for sure.
Yeah, as they always do, they run a lot of great events. The Golden Nugget, Australian Indoor Singles,
Well,
among others.
Yeah, of course. Well, see, they're very parochial supporters of Tweed Heads people, because when we went to for the zone playoff, was it up in Brisbane, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
when
right.
When they beat Victoria Point. There were 3 bus loads.
Yeah, that's great.
3 bus loads of Tweed Heads.
How good's that?
Yeah. 3 bus loads of Tweed Heads members and fans and family members and that went up to cheer them on.
Yeah, it's great to see that club supporting teams.
Well, that's just what I'm saying. They're extremely passionate about their team and their good players and the events that they go in. Okay, so what's happened here? Oh, I think he's left this one a bit skinny. That's Brendan, I think, isn't it? Bradley, sorry.
Bradley Lawson.
Yeah. Okay, so Jaden's very deliberate. And is he going to be up? No, I don't think he is. Wayne's sort of a bit disappointed. He's waved him away a bit there.
Yeah, a bit of a sprayed head here, Gary, this time around. Only
Yeah,
one
well,
decent bowl out of the whole lot.
Well, there is. And you're always trying to, after you pick up a reasonable score, you pick up 4, you're really trying to consolidate, aren't you? Because, I mean, if you go and drop 2 or 3 or 4 on the next end, the 4 you've just
good
got
shot,
doesn't
Bradley
mean
Lawson
much at all.
From Enoggera. They've got at least 2.
Very good correction.
Creating a circle, all the other bowls, aren't they? The bit of circle work around the jack. 2 good shots at the moment, at least, to Enoggera.
Okay. So what's Nev done? Is he up and up?
I think he's going to crash. Probably not quite the weight.
Yeah. So as Brett just alluded to, I wouldn't mind betting that you're right, Wizzer, and that these ladies might be shaking hands earlier than anticipated.
Well, at the moment they've played 14, 16 and 15 ends on each ring.
Well, Broadbeach are leading 68-17. So So they've got to pick up 51 shots in what? About 18 ends.
You can see some aggression there, a little bit lucky. The lucky shot there from Neville Jenkins. Had a drive there. He wasn't really aiming for that. I think he was looking more for the jack, but got a result. Opened it up and got shot out of it.
Well, you'll never know unless you reach, will
Yeah,
you?
big turnaround.
Yeah.
But they're having trouble drawing, so they've pulled out the drive.
Yeah.
Good reply here from
Nick.
Gosley. Great shot
Yeah,
right
that's
behind
a
the
lovely
jack.
bowl, Nick.
So he's made one.
Yep. Little Scotty De Jong, he's a terrific little bloke, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a good player, Scott.
Oh,
He's had a good year again.
Is he ever? I was telling a few people there, when I used to drive a limo, I took him to, there's a great shot from, who's that?
Good
Is it
shot,
Tommy?
Wayne Turley.
Yeah.
Very good bowl. Oh, he may not have stayed. Good shot. He just gave it that little bit of a chance to sit or trail. He was a little bit unlucky. It looks like he's trailed it to the Enoggera bowl there. Not sure who shot.
Yeah, when I took young Scotty to the casino, I think it was his birthday, I was driving a stretch limo and pulled up because he was the only one on board. Pulled up, had my hat on, opened the back door, and Scotty got out and took him over to the door, and I'm calling him sir. and to make the doorman impressed, and the doorman said, "You can't come in here." He said, "Why not?" He said, "Because the kids' playroom's not open." It was night time. Oh, he's a funny, and he laughed. We both laughed our heads off, but he's a funny bloke, Scotty.
Brendan Egan was just looking for a little trail there, or sit Wayne Turley's bowl.
Yeah, I think he's probably trying to sit the bowl.
His weight wasn't too bad, but he's just gone a touch wide.
Yeah, they're coming down to have a powwow. Because it's not.
It'll be interesting what he plays here, because I think if he trailed the jack there, it might be going back to the other one. They were just all the Gold Coast Tweed district officials there, all the boys coming down to support the local
they're all
teams.
sitting over there by the scoreboard.
Yeah, good to see them down here supporting.
Hello, what's happened now? There's a bit of yahoo going on down the rinks, isn't there?
It was Stephen Tong, Calvin Kirko rink getting excited there. It looks like the Enoggera
boys.
Won the end.
Lukey Day's got the mat. That's Luke, I think, isn't it? Yeah. He's got the mat.
Well, they're studying it hard here, Wayne and Neville. They've probably just got to be a little bit careful.
7-8. So
they don't want a sort of movement of the jack without Wayne going with it. It could they could be 2 or 3 down at the back, so he's probably just got to be a bit careful what weight he plays.
So Calvin Tongi's leading Cal. What is it? 17-9. 17-9.
He's held that difference for a while now. He got the jump on Kelvin and has maintained it, whereas Jamie Anderson's just come back on the next rink. There's Wayne Turley's in the area. Can he get back off his own? Oh, splashed that jack. I'm pretty sure that's the Enoggera bowl it's gone to.
I do too.
But he's unlucky. He couldn't have played it much better, really. Didn't need the jack movement. If he got off his own onto the bowl, he could have made 2, but 1.
Oh, I don't know. I think it was Nick Gosley's bowl that's gone to.
So. Either Nick or Bradley, looks like.
So 17-9. Tongi is leading Kelvin 17-9. Between Kurt Brown and Big Jimmy, it's 14 all. Yeah, and on our broadcast rink,
Kurt has been leading that rink for much of the game, so Jamie's worked his way back to be level.
He has, and on the final one, it's Enoggera leading 16-14. And that's the rink we're telecasting.
Yeah, so it's 1 to Enoggera there on this rink, so that takes them to a 17-14 lead now.
So Tweedheads have now slipped behind by 10 shots after 41 ends, which is not a huge margin to make up with more than 20 ends to go.
Yeah, they're still in touch.
Okay, so
you see Matt Flapper watching all the way from Ocean Grove down to Victoria.
Matty.
Ex-international player. All-round good guy.
Barty, John Thane is saying that Barty wins the first set 6-2. I've got some news on the cricket, but it's all in Chinese.
She's had a good run, hasn't she? Ash Barty doing the country
absolutely.
proud.
Absolutely. Alan Law's watching Piano Hall. Peter Thompson, Diane Lanham is back. Now, this is...
You see Tom's just sort of gone a little bit off, hasn't he, last few ends?
He has,
but, a little bit.
I mean, unfortunately, Boz hasn't taken advantage of it, though, has he?
Wind's just getting up a little bit again, but it's not extreme. Tom's weight wasn't too bad with his first, just needs to correct his line.
Oh. No, I was going to let Brian come back with you, but he's having a soda water. Well, that's a better one from Tom.
Good correction. It's
Yeah.
handy.
Now, Boz is going to have to fix these up too, because... So, Troy Jamison's asking, what's this cricket business? I've got no idea, Troy. I'm in the dark with you, Troy. It's all written in Chinese or something. Have a look at this. What the hell's that all about?
I'm not sure what that's written in there.
I've got no idea. Do you want me to move?
And a big thank you to Brett Wilkie.
Well, as usual...
Did a great job.
Welcome back, Brian Marshall. Brett's he's a very knowledgeable man and more than welcome in commentary position on any time he wants.
Yeah, mate, I just got to organise my glass of water.
Yep.
Got that ready.
Saw that.
Oh, mate, what a great game. Bit of a fight back here by Tweed. So.
Yeah, mate, they've got a little bit more fighting to do, though, haven't they?
They've got a bit more fighting, but...
There's the one down here,
42 ends, there's still 21 ends to go, though, Gary.
Yeah. We're not writing anybody off.
Oh, mate, Enoggera's playing great bowls out there, and the Broadbeach ladies, the Gara ladies... Well, they've just got no answer. They're just Broadbeach ladies are just playing absolutely superb bowls.
Well, we made the comment about 5 minutes ago that we reckon they'll be shaking hands pretty soon.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's just
they're 52 shots behind, and they've only got about 12 innings to go or something.
See a great bowl here by Brad. Look at that. Yeah, beautiful bowl. 3 shots there to the Enoggera team there.
Yeah.
Seen some great bowls played out of Gary. Great crowd. The atmosphere's fantastic.
Oh, mate, everywhere you go, people are yelling and cheering, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely.
Because a lot of the players who aren't playing in the finals, they're all still here.
Yes, that's
they're waiting for...
Some of them have had to take off to get to their destinations. But, mate, there's still a lot of them here, Gary, that's for sure.
But none of them would have planned on leaving, would they? They'd all thought, we're going to hang around because we could be in the finals.
That's correct.
So that's the reason why hardly any of them have left.
Good bowl here by Nick. Just got to set this one and stay, which he has done. Yeah, that's a great bowl by Nick Osley. And it's made it a little bit harder, actually, to get to, too, with that front bowl there of Jaden Cattell. So he's just got to play more of a swinger now, I think, Gary, by the looks of that.
Yep. So here comes, is this Neville, is it? He's not a mile away, is he? He's just enough away and up. Oh, he made it worse.
That makes it ugly.
Yeah, it was a good effort.
That does make it ugly, mate.
Yeah, they're still 10 shots down.
Well, the only way they can get out of this, mate, is get a Robbie Allen in their team, in my opinion.
Lisa Nagel's watching from South Africa.
South Africa?
Well, very good, morning, I think. No, it wouldn't be. We're at Lisa, we're in South Africa. Ryan Burnett's watching. Rhino or Burno. Good afternoon. So it's
really got some pretty hard one. Pull that one out there, Gary. That's for sure.
what's that?
The kitty there is.
Yeah.
Wayne's got to play basically the perfect bowl here by the looks of
does.
it to try and move that out. You see Neville's or John Bozzarelli's green bowl there back towards the ditch there, so he's definitely got some catches there, but he's got to play basically the perfect bowl to pluck this one out.
He does. He hasn't got much of a target, and he's got Jaden's bowl in his eye there, hasn't he, to go full pump?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a hard shot, but we'll never back this man out of not
No,
playing it.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't be writing him off either. It's all a matter of having the right weight to be able to get past Jaden. And
Now that's still Neville.
No.
That's Neville's last one. So
yeah.
good try there. But
No, that's right.
Wayne goes next.
He does.
He goes next.
He goes all day.
But what happens? We'll let Brendan go in between Wayne and
We'll let him go next.
and Neville. Okay. They should let us run this game. We'd have it sorted out for them. We'd tell them when to go. That's the fact. You're pretty good at telling them where to go, too, aren't you?
We would have had it sorted out well and truly by now.
Look, there's half my board over
There
there.
they are.
There's half my board.
There they are.
The other half are upstairs eating meat pies and drinking coffee.
There's just a view of the crowd, of the magic camera work of Mr. Robbie Allen. And now, here we go again.
And Brendan just got to snoot it around here and just basically sitting behind.
Well, I think we should start moving the heads across to get Neville out of the way. Look at this. He's got a great shot here, and the kitty's moved.
Well, that's actually put it out in the open a little bit by the looks of it.
Well, I think there's another bowl. Oh, no, there's not.
That's actually made it better for Wayne.
Well, it has.
It's made it better for Wayne.
He's got a clear go at it now without having to trundle through bowls, and Brendan knows that. He's kicking himself. He's poked it out.
Oh, look at that there. Neville knew straight away there to get out of the road. He took No, don't worry, ladies and gentlemen.
I think somebody must have told him.
Robbie's been out to have a bit of a chin wag.
Yeah.
So anyway, Wayne's got a nice little shot on here. Lovely little track.
Oh, he's a bit skinny, isn't he? Whoa, look at he's done.
I think that's Nick Gosley's bowl.
Yeah, I don't think it's helped the cause. He's not too down. I don't think he's too down, is he? It's a bit unlucky, isn't it?
Yeah. But he's still got another bowl to play, though, Gary, so he's still got ample opportunity of getting shot.
Yeah, I think the Pi Alba men, Troy, finished fourth, didn't they? Oh, no.
They would have finished second in their section.
Yeah, which would have.
But we'd probably give them third or fourth. So
yeah, they would have finished third or fourth.
We haven't got the final overalls
No,
as yet.
I haven't got them here.
Great bowl there by Brendan.
It'll all be on Bowls Queensland website tonight.
Lovely bowl there by Brendan.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there are a couple down here, aren't they?
Yeah, they're two down bowlers with those two bowls. Brendan's last bowl and I think that wing bowl there, but it looks to me to be like Nick's bowl. So, Wayne's got to play a bit of a miracle shot here, really, to get both of them. I know Neville said if you hit that one there, you get both of them, but depends what weight he hits it at.
Yeah.
Playing with control weight by the looks of it.
Well, Nev's a little bit interested here. Oh.
Didn't knock it far enough, though.
No, I don't think he's any worse off because he's got Johnny Balzarolo's bowl.
Yeah. One to the...
one more to Enoggera.
Enoggera. So, I mean, a great bowl there by Brendan, but just didn't knock it far enough, though, Gary, so, you know. Is that our director of everything having a sneezing fit?
I think he did.
Did he?
I think it was that Lamington with jam and cream he had that might have caused that.
Could have been a bit of cream
He
stuck
got
up
a
his
bit
nose.
of coconut.
Got a bit of coconut
Got
up
a
his nose.
coconut up his nose.
Jesus.
Like, that's one thing I cannot eat.
Lamingtons.
Coconut. Desiccated coconut. I can't swallow the stuff. It's like chewing the bark off a tree. Terrible, good. So Tongy's got Kelvin by the throat here, and he's starting to choke him.
22-9 on
22
14.
to 9.
So Kurt Brown's up 15-14.
Yes, he is. He's hanging on to a one-shot lead. And our game we're broadcasting, or televising, should I say, Brendan Egan is leading Wayne Tooley 18-14.
Yep. Lovely bowl there by John Bozzarelli, just sitting in behind the kitty.
Bell's
the Rollo.
Bozzarello.
Young Johnny. Used to work for me, John. Good lad. Good worker.
Troy Jamison is saying you'll be up here soon, Brett Wilkie. I presume you're right in what you're saying, Troy, but Wiz has departed the scene. I know he's over the back eating a packet of chips.
He's eating a packet of chips. He's trying to chat up the couple of Di Cunningham and over there.
Hello, Di.
He's got himself a can of cake.
Di Cunnington.
He's got himself a can of cake and everything, mate.
What a legend Di is.
That's for sure.
And she still bowls all right too.
Still goes all right.
Oh, mate.
Well, Brett's back here now, so I might hand back over to him, I think, mate.
I'll get out of here.
You're going out? Yeah. Okay. Gary's going to have a bit of a break, and Brett's going to jump in the main seat.
Who's back in?
The main man. Oh, we see next bowl coming down just a little bit long by Brad, but went to a very good home in behind the head. Right on the line. Update the ladies' score. Okay, well, I'll update it right now. On 51 ends, it's Broadbeach Bulls 70, Bagara 21. I'd say that's very much a win to the Bulls there by the looks of that. So looking very favourable for them. We're seeing this one's going to go down the wire. There's still a few ends to be played yet, so it's not all over yet. But I think Tweed are going to have to start making their march pretty soon if they want to pull some of these shots back. 54 to 38 on 45 ends to the Enoggera team.
So I'm in the hot seat here, Brian. I think I'm sitting in where you normally sit now.
You're it, mate. You're in there, mate.
Well,
you're
the
sitting.
Pressure's on now. I've got hard shoes to fill.
Mate, you'll find that Robbie Allen has a line down there, mate, which is his space and your space, mate.
Okay.
And if you cross over there...
Yeah, I think I'm already over it.
You're in big trouble, mate.
In trouble already.
You're in trouble. You don't have to just sit down. This is just like being at home, isn't it?
It is, yeah. That's what I come down to get away from.
Anyway, we see a couple of good bowls there by John. So Nick Gosley played his bowl here. So he's playing backhand once again. He's got it pretty well pointed. Just his weight, I think, just coming around the back. A beautiful grass line on that, Brett.
Overplayed it a bit.
Just overplayed it. See Wayne having a bit of looks, saying, yep, we got a couple, just draw another one.
Doesn't look like there'll be many ends left in the women's game, Brian. 70 to 25 at the moment, 10 ends to play overall.
Yeah, I think you'll find they'll probably pull up stumps pretty soon. I think, mate, it's a comprehensive win to the Broadbeach side. You must congratulate Broadbeach on their win, but also, too, I'd like to congratulate the Bagara ladies on a wonderful achievement of making it to the final of the Division 1 state pennant finals. Absolutely wonderful achievement.
Yeah, that's right. They've come a long way.
Nick's turned his back on that one. He's not happy with the grass. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, people look at the score and think, oh, gee, they got beaten. But, mate, they're the second best team in the state. In other words,
that's right. They can hold their heads high.
Hold their heads very high. We see Neville's delivery, playing his backhand also. Just got to correct his grass line slightly. So, he looks as though he'd be out there. How's his weight? Looking pretty reasonable. You going to sit that?
Oh, his weight was perfect.
Perfect, yeah. Just his grass line again. Just cut it. Round about finish in the same place. Wayne's going to stay and see what Brendan plays first up. Now, did anybody tell you how Dooner got his nickname yet, Brett?
Gary asked me that, but I wasn't sure.
No.
No one doing it for a long time, but never ever. No, we were hoping that one of the viewers might have been able to enlighten us, but
yes,
no one came up. So
it's a funny sky too, Brett, isn't it? With the overcast, with the smoke in the air, and it's something we're really not used to on the Gold Coast. Is seeing the hinterland burn, but like most of the weekend, we haven't even been able to see the sky, so it's been most unusual.
Yeah, I noticed the colour of the sun setting last night was
amazing,
really
wasn't it?
Dark red. Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Eerie to watch, really.
It really was too. I was driving home and looking into it most of the way home, and I thought, my Godfather, this is never seen anything like this before. It was actually the brightest orange you've ever seen because of the smoke and that.
But our thoughts go out to all those affected by the fires. Hopefully they all come through okay.
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't agree more on that one. Definitely people losing their houses, and yeah, very, very sad occasion, that's for sure.
You see Wayne Turley delivering down on the backhand.
He's got a good grass line on this. He's got a very good grass line.
Looking Dad. Opportunity here to try and get back in touch. It's a good shot if he sits on that bowl.
Which he has. Great bowl. That's a great bowl. So they'll be holding 3 shots there, I assume. So
made not as much room now as what there was.
Dooner, of course, a very good draw player. I think he may have a bit too much weight on this, though. He may have pumped a little bit too much in it.
He's probably just had in his mind, I've got a couple to sit on. I've just got to make sure I'm there.
Yep, he was there.
Yeah, so it can happen. Overplayed it a bit.
Wayne having a good look to see if he's going to bring these other couple of shots into play.
Notice Jamie Anderson now leading Kurt Brown on the next rink. He was trailing for much of the game. He's worked his way back to get in front for Enoggera.
Tongi looks though he's just drawn another one on Kelvin.
Yeah, they've got the momentum going now at the moment, haven't they? The Enoggera Eagles. Well, they're all having a bit of a look at this one.
I think he's just going to look for that white bowl, I assume. Bring another couple into play, I think. Brett, by the looks of it. So,
yeah, they've got a few out there that'll bring into the count if you can get a couple of rolls out of that one.
Well, I think they'd probably get another 2, probably 2 shots, I think, Brett. And I don't think the third one, but if he also gets it out, he'll also stay.
Yeah, that's right.
But
good opportunity. They need to, they're at the stage now where they've got to.
They need
for
shots.
A few shots. So. It looks like he's decided to just draw
another one.
Close.
Which he has.
He's going to make the count, I think. It's good shooting there from Wayne Turley. 2 good draw bowls.
It looks like Nick's going to measure to his bowl and then go round.
Robbie's just putting the pressure on him there. We don't want to see you move the jack there, Nick.
Big trouble if he does.
Watching. Good angle, Robbie. That one's in. And that one. Great angle there, Robbie. So how many was that? 4 or 5?
Good pick up there for the Wayne Turley.
4
rink.
shots makes them 18 all on that rink now.
Yeah, good fight.
After 17 ends on the Turley Egan rink, this show rink.
It's the thing on these cameras, mate. You can't get away with anything anymore.
No. So it's the Stephen Tong difference at the moment over Kelvin Kirko, 23-9, making all the difference.
Must admit, though, with all due respect, I've been watching Stephen play for a great number of years, and he really has been in a purple patch, really, Brett, the last 12 to 18 months. He's been... we've all known Stephen, when he's in the mood to play, he's unbeatable. And, mate, that's what mood he's been in now for about 18 months.
Yeah, he's sort of been a good player for many years. You know, won Premier League best rinks.
Yes, numerous times.
Skipped many times and just always had that dream of making the Queensland team. And
now he's taken it.
Yeah, well, you know, for many years he was close, but could never quite take that extra step and get in the team. But to his credit, he's hung in there, and was rewarded this year for his first cap against New South Wales earlier in the year, and then also the Australian Sides Championships at Ettalong. So
yeah, no, two wonderful achievements, that's for sure.
And then went well again on the weekend in the North-South Challenge up in Townsville. Had a few good wins, which helped the South team get over the line.
Certainly did.
Yeah, bronze in the state mixed pairs up at Rockhampton a couple of months ago.
Yes, mate, he's had a very much a stellar year, hasn't he? He's really capitalised on the break that he was given and taken it with both hands. So.
Finalist in the Australian Open.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Fours, I think the state fours as well. So, yeah. But he got a good start, and I noticed in this final against Kelvin, he got the jump early and has maintained it, and now maintained about a 7 or 8 shot lead there for a while, and now has extended it out.
So Troy Jamison says you'll be up here soon, Brett.
Yeah, so I'm coming up. Cheryl's just mentioned there's a tournament at Pyalba in a couple of weeks, so I'm going up to a $10,000 fours tournament up there, so playing with a few of the local boys. So looking forward to that. It should be good. They've got a good quality field. There's a number of teams travelling from far and wide, whether it be north or south, west, coming into Pyalba at Harvey Bay for that tournament, so it should be good.
Should be great, mate, that's for sure. And Jason Curry reckons that Tongi's been mentored by a champion.
Maybe Joe Edwards, I think he'd be talking about.
Would have to be, mate. Wouldn't be you, Jason. I know you too well, sir.
Or is he talking about himself?
Yeah, known him too well, Jason. Good lad, mate. He's a good lad. So we see John Bosrella got one shot there by the looks of it. So Bradley Lawson been asked just to draw it. And this lad's been in great form the last few weeks also. Seen a bit of Bradley play the last few weeks and hasn't been far away. A bit adventurous there, but I'll tell you what, it's a bowl that might come in very, very handy before this ends over. So we see the ladies pulling the pin on it now, and the ladies are just putting up the final score now. It's on 56N, 78 to Broadbeach and 26 to Bagara. So congratulations to the Broadbeach ladies on a very successful year, but also my hat goes off to the Bagara ladies. I think they've had a wonderful season, and congratulations to them on a wonderful stellar year, that's for sure.
Yeah, congratulations to both teams. But the Broadbeach outfit, pretty sort of comprehensive win, but a lot of good players across the paddock.
Oh, absolutely.
3 rings, a lot of experience, mixture of experience and youth as well.
Well, that's one thing. See, Robbie Allen's been telling me for years he has youth on his side, but mate, he's no longer got youth on his side now, because I didn't realise. I always thought he was in his late 40s the way he used to talk. Then all of a sudden he was picked in the over 60s. I said, they got this wrong. He can't have. I want to see his birth certificate.
So I was right by Jason. Joe Edwards, bit of a mentor for Stephen Tong. I know I played him in Premier League, and I had a few digs at him when he wanted to have a drive, and Joe's saying, no, you're just going to draw the shot, Stephen. So I used to stir him up a little bit. She was controlling him, controlling his aggression a little bit. But I know he has mentioned to myself that she's been a really good influence on him.
Well, you wouldn't get much of a better mentor than Joe Edwards, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right, and she's a new addition to the Enoggera Eagles, Joe Edwards.
And you are correct, Jason. I am funny, aren't I? Don't you love it, Jason, when I got the microphone and you can't reply? Life's good.
But full credit to the Bagara girls. They've come a long way, and they gave it everything, and they can go away being proud that they've been runner-up in the state. So we see just on the rink next door at Enoggera, they picked up 2 shots on Jamie Anderson's rink.
Yes, as Kathy, of course, I knew you'd be very proud of your 2 girls, as you should be. Helen, the video keeps dropping out. Well, I'm sorry, that's not on our end because we've had no problems here whatsoever. Norm Pritchard's watching, of course, Dave Baker and Corey Wedlock. How are you, Corey? Great to have you on board. G'day, Jodo. How are you, mate?
Sam Clough watching. He's done a lot for the game over the years.
Certainly has. He's done a great amount of work over the years.
Gosley just crashing into the opposition bowl there.
I think Wayne's going to attack this this shot bowl. I think he'll probably play his forehand.
That's blocked off any sort of chance of drawing.
Yeah, I think
he made it harder anyway, that last
I think
bowl.
he'll probably play his forehand. With the camera jumping there is just the people sitting on the seats. We see the Broadbeach ladies there just about to have a bit of a huddle and a bit of a congratulations. So well done to them, and I hope they have a wonderful celebration evening this evening. Well deserved.
Yeah, congratulations, Broadbeach.
Yes, that's for sure. So we go back. Wayne's, yes, playing the hand. I thought he would, playing forehand.
Needs to turn.
Got the kitty in. Oh.
Unlucky
result. How unlucky is that? Unlucky.
He's still down, but he has given himself plenty of room for his next bowl.
He has, but he's only got one attempt at it though, mate, hasn't he?
Yeah. Not sure how many they've got there. Enoggera, they've got at least one.
Yes.
You see the replay. Needed one or the other, didn't he? He needed the jack in the guts or the bowl.
Probably needed the bowl more than anything, in my opinion, but anyway.
Yeah, we had a few seconds.
Yeah, and also, one thing you have to take into consideration, if he got the bowl, it was pretty hard for Brendan to get into, where this is wide open for Brendan to draw another couple of shots too, mate. So
you'd think he'd make at least two.
Yeah.
Not sure whether that back one would count. Needs to try and get as close as he can to put the pressure on Wayne. He's left him a fair bit of room still.
Left him a fair bit of room, that's for sure.
Gary and Robbie getting excited here, Broadbeach members.
Yes, they are.
Cheering along their girls.
Now we see Wayne's got this very well grasped. Tell you what, how's his weight though? I think he may be blowing a bit of smoke.
Needs to run.
Yeah, blowing a bit of smoke.
Well, that might be two. At least two.
Yep.
Well, every end's crucial now for Tweed Heads to stay in touch. Every end's a bonus now for Enoggera.
No, that's for sure.
A little bit of room here for Brendan Egan, but he just needs to miss Wayne Turley's bowl. He wouldn't want to crash on that one. And he's toying with it.
He's under it. Tell you what, if he touches it,
jack, well, he might have brought the back one in.
He's made a few shots out of that. That's a great bowl.
But he may have taken his own front one out. Three
shots. What a great pickup that is.
Yeah, good shot.
Yes.
That's extended their lead to 60 to 45 now.
Well, we see Jamie Anderson and Kurt Brown now 16 all. And Stephen Tong 23. Kelvin Kirko 11. And that's on 16 ends. So they're playing the 17th end now.
Yeah, so it's Tweed really need to win on each rink. They need to win the next one or two ends each. If
yes,
they
that's
can
for sure. They've got to have that fight
back. Or pick up a number somewhere.
Yep.
I know one of the teams yesterday scored an 8 out the back green here at Tweed Heads, one of the country teams.
Yes.
So, it was, you never know, do you, Brian?
Well, I was told all about that, mate. They'll no doubt feed out on that for the next 12 months or 2 years.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
Congratulations to them too, so well done.
Something, a story to take home with them.
That's for sure. Had to go all the way to Tweed Head to get an 8. All they had to do was come to Beaudesert, mate. I would have given it to him years ago.
Yeah, we won't talk about 8, so I talked a little bit of
I'm not mentioning your 8,
my
mate.
own medicine not long ago, but we won't talk about that.
We won't talk about that. Nice start there by Bozzy.
Yeah, it's a little bit short, but it's just there enough to be useful.
Of course, John has a bit of a Italian background with him, as you know, as he played at your club for quite a few years. And
good response there from Tom.
Remember playing a 2-day event with John where he stayed at my place on Tambourine Mountain, and we actually won the event, believe it or not. And I think we won it because on the Sunday morning I went out to get the greens ready, of course, and my wife brought John out. When he hopped out of the car, he's about 100 metres away. I could smell him. I said, mate, what did you have for breakfast? He said, oh, well, Ainsley said there was eggs in the fridge and Vegemite. He said, but I found this garlic. So we had 2 bits of toast with garlic on it. Straight garlic. I reckon that's why we won. Oh, look out, they've got us on. Oh, mate, come on, this is a children's show. Get that camera off. You'll scare the children.
Oh, good attempt there from Bradley.
Yeah, very
Lawson.
good attempt. Beautiful line, just his weight. Only looking about another 2 foot of weight there, Brett, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's dropped in a handy spot. But
there's Jaden Cattell coming down with his first bowl. He's got a good grass line on this too. He's not going to be far away. Bowl starting to work now. He's very, very close. Wayne's pretty keen on it. Oh, just missed it.
Yeah, gave it a good chance. Finishing a good home.
Finishing a good home there, mate, that's for sure. So, not too far away. No. Brad with his next one. He likes the look of it. He's just starting to cut now, though.
Blowing smoke, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, he needed to give that a chance after he's dropping short with his first
one. Yeah, he had perfect line on both of them, didn't he?
Bit of a sin when you drop short with 2 bowls, Brian.
That's for sure.
We had a comment about that's for sure earlier. We had someone saying we're nearly up to a world record pace for that's for sure.
That's for sure.
Yeah,
what about ladies and gentlemen? How we travelling with that one?
It's not far behind.
How are we travelling with ladies and gentlemen? I only say ladies and gentlemen when you come on board now.
That's for sure.
That's for sure.
Well, Jaden just tried to correct his weight there a bit and
dropped his grass line. So but Nick Gosley's got a great line on this one. How's his weight? I think it may be just a little bit long, but it's going to come to a very, very good home. I think Durner won't be too disappointed with that. I think one thing Durner probably doesn't want to do now, Brett, is start building targets for Wayne to hit. I think he'd be happy just to have maybe first and third shot.
Yeah, if they can keep it tight.
Yep. Makes it hard for the Tweed boys to get multiples, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone's crucial now.
Nev just slipping around the back.
Not a bad line.
We see Nick correcting with his second bowl, so he's played this pretty well. He's going to sit this shot bowl.
Good shot.
That's a great bowl by Nick Gosley.
Closer.
Yeah, it closes the gap a little bit more. Makes it harder.
I think Neville will probably try and keep his weight here, sit the bowl or trail. Correct his line. He's overcorrected.
Yep.
Changed his weight and line.
Yeah, his weight really wasn't too bad for that, but it's just his grass, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, it's up to the skips now.
Yeah,
Ball's in their court.
Brendan Egan will be looking to beat Wayne to the jack here. If he can get to it first, it's going to make it pretty hard for Wayne to get to.
Well, really what Brendan's got to do quite realistically is just change the head slightly, doesn't he? So Wayne's just left, well, Wayne's still down looking at the head, but what he's really looking at is just to trail the kitty about 6 inches.
Yeah, even if he can rest off his own and fall back, it'll get in front of the jack.
Yeah, that'll make it a lot harder, that's for sure.
Gets the bowl away very sweet, Brendan Egan.
He's got a beautiful delivery, that's for sure.
Very smooth delivery. Pretty good attempt.
Yep. Yeah, well, he did play for the state as a lead, though, if I remember correctly, Brett.
He did, yeah. He's played for Queensland. Very good, steady draw bowler.
That's for sure. He plays.
Very fierce competitor. He's always.
I've seen Dooner play a lot of bowls over the years with my involvement with Winner Manly leagues when they were in Premier League, and Dooner was always very consistent. He was playing very consistent bowls, but he always played as a skip there, as you're fully aware. But gee whiz, I'd love to have seen him in his heyday play as a lead, because he's such a, as you said, he's such a magnificent draw bowler.
Yeah, that's right.
We see a few of the Broadbeach girls.
So Kurt Brown on the next rinks picked up a 4 last end, so take him to a 20-16 lead over Jamie Anderson. So it's just helped reduce their gap a little bit. It's now 49-60 overall. So a little bit of encouraging moment for those guys. And it looks like Tweed just picked up 4 on the other rink too. So that's 2 4s in a row, Brian.
Yes, they have.
Well, that's just what they needed to get back into the game. Wayne Turley can get a shot here. They're going to got all the momentum going their way. Oh, he had a good track.
Yes, he's just
beautiful line. Just
beautiful line. Yeah.
So yeah, Kelvin Kirko and Kurt Brown have each picked up a 4. The next 2 rinks. We're back to within 7 shots. It's game on now, Brian. 10 ends to play.
Certainly is. It's I'll see if Wayne Turley can get a shot out of this, even if he trailed the kitty. There's Braden Cattell's bowl there waiting for him. So even if he trailed it out to the left, you see John Bozzarelli's green bowl plus Jaden Cattell's bowl there. He probably could pick up a few shots, but I think Brendan Egan's about to close that off on him.
He's a little bit under as well, is he? No, he's got the rub. Well,
just like that.
Yeah, it's worked out well for him, a little slide, but still a nice track in there for Wayne Turley.
Yeah, it is. It's probably taken that shot away as we see the slow action replay.
I didn't know whether he quite had to wait, but the straightener just straightened him up to get him there.
He just got a feather there, Brett. Was all he needed, just a feather. Played it very, very well. That's for sure.
Replay there from the Queensland Player of the Series of the Over 60s Senior Sides Championships, Robbie Allen this year.
You mean the old blokes? The old blokes side.
Big shot here from Wayne Turley. Can he get back? Good turn. Oh, not quite.
Not quite.
Gave it every opportunity, but
3 shots.
Yeah, well, a good response from Enoggera there. If Wayne Turley had got that, everything was going Tweed's way there, isn't it? The last 10 or 15 minutes.
Momentum would have been everything there.
Bit of a counter punch there from Brendan Egan's rink. Takes him back out to 10 shots lead now, with 9 ends to play overall in the state pennant finals here at Tweed Heads.
And a big thank you to Tweed Heads Bowls Club for allowing us the use of their wonderful facilities. I can assure you everybody down here has had a wonderful weekend. Tony Donner on board. G'day, Tony. Good to have you on board. Well, Susan, I think we've given you the latest score, but if you weren't listening, it was 78 to Broadbeach, 26 to Bagara. That's the final score. They're finished. Max Jeffrey, everybody knows that delivery in John Bozzarella in southeast Queensland.
Good start there from Tom of Enoggera.
Yep.
Beautiful line, hiding the jack there.
Good bowl there, good weighted bowl there by John Bozzarella. You reckon John Bozzarella's copied his delivery off Max Jeffrey?
I'm not sure.
Well, Max got the same delivery, I reckon, as Bozzy.
I think they've come from 2 different areas, so just a bit of coincidence.
Yeah, Maxie's been doing a fair bit of coaching down here, though. No, not quite. Looking at it very intently.
Yeah, he's got a better line. A lot better bowl.
Yeah, great bowl, John. Seem to get the same results as Max.
Exactly the same weight. It was good correction with his
good
line.
correction, that's for sure.
Bradley Lawson there now for Enoggera. Opting to go on the backhand. Can see a little bit of the bowl if he can sit it or trail a jack.
Going on to the white one.
Changed it up a little bit.
He has changed it up, hasn't he?
Don't know whether it's better or worse, really. But
Actually makes it a bit better for Wayne Turley's team, in my opinion.
Jaden Cattell in action for Tweed.
Yep.
All handy home.
Yeah, he's got a very good home there, that's for sure, Brett. But quite realistic now. We're at the stage where Tweed heads need shots, aren't they? They're at that stage where they really got to start turning it around.
Yeah, well, they've just
10 shots in it, as
the
you
other
said.
two rinks picked up a 4 each, so they've got a bit of confidence built now. So going big here, Bradley Lawson. No cigar.
No cigar for that, my friend.
No, it's interesting weight choice, but can get the bowl clean or kill it.
And something just distracted them. Did the right thing by stepping off the mat. Good line on this. What's his weight like, though? No, Wayne's given up on it.
Yeah, it wasn't too far out.
Yeah, just had to come around that bowl.
Opting to go big again. It's a bit tight, I think. Oh, fortunate. Wow, he's made 3 out of that. They couldn't have got much better result out of that one, Brian.
No luck in bowls, mate. That's just pure skill.
Yeah, well, as we see the replay, you just never know, do you?
He couldn't do it twice in a row.
No, look at that.
You just, see, this gets Gary every time.
And he got a
when we do
toucher.
this. This gets Gary every time.
And he's got a toucher and fallen in behind the jack. Well, pressure's back on Tweed now.
You can't get much better than that.
Yeah, that's our game.
Yes.
And they go for you and against you. But great reply there from Neville Jenkins. Tweed heads.
Gone from
he's made 5 shots.
3 down to 5 up. That's not a bad bowl.
He's saying, look, get that into you.
Hey, here we go.
He's saying, I'm not going to put up with those lucky bowls. I'm just going to trail a jack for 5.
What a great bowl by Neville.
Great shot.
Fantastic
I don't know
shot.
whether Wayne's indicating 5 or just pretty excited not to give a high 5, but looks like there's at least 4 there.
Still got plenty of room there, though, my friend. Plenty of room.
What happened from the last bowl? We missed the...
Here comes Neville.
I missed
You missed Nick Goslin's
I missed
bowl.
Nick's bowl. Where did Nick's bowl end up?
Nowhere around there.
No, it looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6.
Maybe 6 shots there. I can see Nick's bowl is right on the edge of the ditch back there, Brett, by the looks of it. Yeah. There's a couple on the ditch.
We must have missed it just watching the replay. We've missed the...
Probably from Brad's drive, I think. There's a couple on the ditch, and it looks like Nick's last bowl's right on the edge of the ditch, which wasn't there previously.
Big bowl here for Brendan Egan. He's under the pressure. He's multiple down. Crucial stage of the game. He needs to sit something. He's got the hole. He just gave it a bit of a chance.
He may have cut one out, may have. I'm not too sure on that, though.
Would have cut any of that front one out.
Yeah.
At least, I think it's looking like 5 at the moment.
Yeah, I'd say definitely 5, probably a measure for 6, but Wayne's got 2 bowls to come also. With Brendan only got 1 bowl left, so makes it very interesting. So
yeah, well, Brendan, he just gave it that bit of a chance. He had a couple of bowls to sit on or a little trail, so he's had a Gave it a chance, but unlucky to go through the hole. Sort of a bit tricky for Wayne too, wherever he puts it. He doesn't really want to set up.
Doesn't want to make a target, that's for
sure. Doesn't want
sure.
to fill in any holes, really. So if he can stop a little bit short and count, it would be perfect.
Yeah, good bowl there by Wayne in the count.
Pretty good spot, really, because he's sort of stopped his run to the jack with a swinger.
Yep. Linda Moresh, g'day Patricia. To have you on board.
Interesting what he plays now, whether he tries to draw to save or plays up through it. It needs a bit of luck if he's playing through it. He needs some jack movement.
I think you'd have to draw.
He might get a couple of bowls out, but the only way he's going to get shot is any jack movement. But there's still a bit of room to try and cut it back to 1 or 2. Depending on what he's confident with. Looks like he's on the run. Needs a little bit of luck here. No.
Well, here's a big pickup for Tweed. This is what you were talking about before, Brett.
Yeah, it's all happening now, Brian.
It's a big pickup.
10 shots of difference.
And they'd be holding
9 ends to play.
probably 6 shots here.
Notice
John Bain just drew a magnificent shot for Kelvin over on that rink. Stephen Tong and Kelvin Kirko. So we see Wayne trying to add to this count. Oh, what's he doing?
he's a little bit quick.
What's he doing?
Oh, that's a missed opportunity.
I think he wanted to sit that back bowl.
Yeah, he's overplayed it a bit. 5.
I think it was 6.
He's only put 5 up.
Yeah, I think he had a finger up on the other hand.
Did he?
We'll find out in a minute. And they changed the board. Well, it's 59-63 now on 55 ends.
Yeah, it must have been 6. Yeah, it was a crucial miss there from Wayne Turley. He's been drawing well.
Kurt Brown just played a big bowl down there by the looks of it too.
Yeah, the local crowd getting excited.
Yes.
But, just Wayne would be disappointed with their last one. He had a bit of room there to get one more shot, but it wasn't to be.
Yeah, there was really no need to sit that back bowl.
I don't think he was trying to sit it. I think he was just trying to draw a shot.
I just think
maybe, but yeah, he had a few to sit on. It just had to make sure he was up. I think he just made sure he was there a little bit too much. But the momentum's in their favour at the moment. They're coming home with a wet sail, but they're still trailing Tweed Heads. 59-63. 8 ends to play.
Kelvin's had a bit of a fight back there, though, too, Brett Bollocks.
Jimmy Anderson's excited with this one. He's chasing it. He's up and about. Oh, no. 1 to Tweed. Reduced the gap to 3 shots.
Oh, the boys are pumped. There's plenty of enthusiasm out there now. The boys are really getting pumped.
There's a few heartbeats starting to speed up a bit out there now, Brian.
Well, just show Brendan Wilson just showed a fair bit of emotion there. He's normally a very cool customer as a rule, Brett. So showed a lot of emotion with that bowl.
Good to see.
That's absolutely, it's fantastic to see. So we see Kurt in front now, 21-16. Wayne is 24 all with Brendan Egan, and of course Kelvin's a big fight back there. It's 23 Stephen Tong, 15 Kelvin Kirko. So a little bit of momentum that you were talking about before previously, Brett, starting to swing the Tweed Heads way. So, but anyway, it's been an absolute wonderful, it's been a trawling battle, that's for sure. It's been an absolute fantastic game. John really, you can see the adrenaline running through him because he's just gone about 10 foot through the head with his first bowl. So.
Kelvin's score hasn't changed and they're playing back the other way. They must have had a dead end on their rink.
Yes, they did. I think I saw Kelvin kill one.
Tweedheads did lead off, but they must have at a dead end unless they haven't changed the board.
Well, great. What a great afternoon. Yeah, Scotty's playing some great bowls. Oh, thank you very much, Janelle. It was a pleasure seeing the Albert ladies here. It was really great to see, and you did your club proud, that's for sure. Good correction there by John, just sitting just in behind the head. Probably got shot. See Tom with his next bowl. Having a good look at it.
Enoggera have done a great job after reaching the final last year, being beaten on an extra end.
Yes.
To be back in the final again this year. Full credit to them on being very consistent over the last couple of years.
I think you may have been in that team too, weren't you?
Yeah, I was playing for Club Helensvale. We got a little bit fortunate and snuck over the line an extra end last year. An exciting finish. Which we're looking like again, Brian.
It is, isn't it? It's coming down to it, Brett, that's for sure. We got Maddie Bell on board. G'day, Maddie. To have you on board. What a great conclusion it is to see. Jaden Cattell with his first bowl, just jack high. Very good bowl. Brad Lawson just looking to trail the kitty. I think he's bellied this, has he? No, he just got a slice of it. Goes back to John Bozzarelli's bowl. So still 1-2 Tweed heads. Definitely needs another one in there. So
bit of a target jack high bowl, but
hey, Shonky, how you going, buddy?
Jaden will be trying to just trail a jack here.
Yeah,
change it up a little bit.
Just change it. Yep. There's a good bowl there from Brad Lawson. He may sit this wing bowl though. No, he's not. Just going to come under.
Not quite the weight.
Yeah. Thought he could have just sat that. It would have been handy.
He needed to arrive then, really.
Yeah, he had to be behind it, that's for sure.
Yeah, trail or finish just past. Well, opportunity here for Enoggera to beat him to the jack.
Brad once again. Got it very well grown. I was just going to cut by the looks of it. Just starting to move now. Yeah.
Well, he hasn't got it, but he's finished in a handy spot.
See, Scotty DeJonk just played a great bowl there on rig 4, Brett. So, yes, it's a very handy bowl, that of Brad's. It's something that I'm sure that Nick and Duna could use, that's for sure. See, Neville really needs another one in here, that's for sure.
Yeah, Wayne's just called him to probably play a metre of weight.
Yeah.
Trail a jack or just finish metre past. Just got to negotiate his way past the Enoggera bowl there on the right hand. No, made it a bit harder to get to.
That's for sure.
It's made Enoggera change their hand, probably. Brendan Egan wanted him to play the backhand, but Nick Gosley wanted to stay on the forehand.
I think Nick would feel confident sitting and staying with this this bowl, but I think he's going to be a bit too runny for it.
Pretty good weighted bowl.
Yep, for what he was after, but.
Aileen Horn just asking for the ladies' score. They've already finished. Broadbeach have defeated Bagara 78-26. Good attempt there from Neville.
Well,
pretty good weight.
I think Duna just pointed 2 down, but surprised me if it is.
Needs a rub here.
You're going to... he just missed it.
Any edge was probably heading him in the right direction.
That's for sure. Well, what a great conclusion to an absolute great weekend of bowls we've had. Had an absolute pearler of a weekend. We've had 4 great games of bowls.
Yeah, that's right.
With the conclusion here, and
high fives on the end rink there. Calvin Kirko, Scotty De Jong.
Kelvin just drew another one. He'd be holding 3 shots down there, and I think Stephen Tong's he's got 2 bowls to play. I thought he may have played his first one, but he hasn't. So
Wayne's just missed his line here. And short. Well, he's left it here for Brendan Egan. Sure, he'll be arriving, trying to sit or trail.
Yes.
I don't think he needs the weight that that Nick Gosley played. I think it's more just a reaching sit or trail.
Tongi just played a bomb.
And he's screaming down the green, high fives all round. It's all happening there on that rink.
There's a lot of excitement out there, Brett. I can assure you of that.
Both teams playing well.
Yep. Ladies score, please. Okay, well, Aileen, I'll tell you right now that the Broadbeach ladies have taken out the Division 1 state pennant final, 78-26 over Bagara. That was the final score. They're finished, and this is the final of the men's now. We're just concluding with the last few ends being played, and it's very, very close. They're really going hammer and tong at each other, I'm telling you.
Wayne's got to negotiate past his front bowl. He's fallen out.
Fallen out, yep.
But he's presented Brendan Egan with a shot on the forehand now, if he can.
Well, any movement of the kitty, because
it's made it easier now, really.
Yeah,
for
because
Brendan.
all of the Enoggera bowls are at the back there, Brett. So any movement, if Brendan can get kitty, he'd have probably 3 shots there. I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier now. So can he take advantage? Wayne was a bit stiff, really. His weight was pretty good. He just couldn't slide past. He needs to bend. Well, we're not going no, not quite. One to Tweed heads there.
And they've shaken hands.
Gives Wayne Turley the win on the rink for 25-24.
Yes.
And gets Tweed within 2 shots. Enoggera leads 63-61. 7 ends left to play on the other 2 rinks. So we've got 2 ends left to play on Kurt Brown and Jamie Anderson's rink.
Tongi just picked up 2 on that end.
And we've got 4 ends.
3 down.
4 ends to play on the other rink.
Yep.
How many did he get?
Got 1.
1.
Hey, sorry, 2. He got 2, according to the third.
Keeps a little bit of a buffer.
They're
hanging in there, Enoggera.
They're playing great bowls, mate. It's great to see.
But Tweed Heads have done a great job in getting back. They look like they were nearly gone there at one stage, but to their credit, picked up a couple of 4s on a couple of rinks and worked their way back into the game. Jimmy Anderson just playing a good bowl there on the next rink.
See this one here.
With a fist pump.
Just writing some more stuff down for you, Gary. Oh, you destroyed this paper already, so I just want to destroy it a bit more for you. Yeah. Yes, Jason, but they're playing exceptional bowls. G'day, Russell Hinn. How are you, my friend? Tell me you're back from New Zealand tomorrow. There's 4 shots in it with a few ends to play. Still anyone's game, Brett.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think the good battle all around, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's an exciting finish. It's not over yet.
This is on Jimmy Anderson's rink, is it? By the looks of it. Yeah, Jimmy Anderson and Kurt Brown, yes.
Jamie Anderson just walking back to the mat now, ready to play this bowl. Looks like he's got the last bowl of the end.
There's Robbie. Alan would do anything to get on camera, won't he?
Not sure who's got shot there.
He's moving the camera, is he?
A little bit of room there for Jamie. Looks like quite a long end. The mat's probably a mat length up off the tee at the other end, so ditch to ditch pretty much. Is he going to stop? Good attempt. It's curling. Maybe. Yeah, no one wants to claim it at this stage.
We're going to measure the Jim's bowl.
So this is the 20th end on Jamie Anderson's rink. At the moment, Kurt Brown's leading 21-16. This is second last end. Haven't seen any leads go for the mat yet, so must be measuring for shot, you'd think. Well, Max has gone for the mat. So he favours it. Brendan Wilson there doing the measuring for Tweed heads. Aidan Ficker from Enoggera displaying a good bowl on the rink next door.
So it looks like it's a Tweed heads mat.
Yeah, how would they get that?
Haven't seen anyone indicate yet. One to Enoggera, two to Enoggera. Haven't changed the board.
It's 62 to 65. So it was one shot to Tweed by the looks of it. So 62 to 65.
After 58 ends.
After 58 ends, yep.
By the scoreboard.
So it's can't get much closer than this, Brett. What a wonderful finish to a wonderful event.
Exciting finish. Kelvin Kirko and Steve Tong still got 3 ends to play on their rink.
Yep.
So that'll be the last one to play. We're just playing the last end now on this rink. We're looking at Kurt Brown and Jamie Anderson's rink on the last end now in play. So
plenty of excitement out here, I tell you. The crowds are.
yeah, that's right.
Crowds are really getting behind their team. It's really good to see. It's a wonderful atmosphere.
22-16 to Kurt Brown on this rink. Last end. The lead's just having a little trouble at start. Maybe a bit of nerves cutting in there, Brian.
Could be a little bit of nerves. This is what you play bowls for, though, mate, isn't it? The big occasion, and well, no one's played on bigger occasions than what you have, Brett. So, how did you handle the temperament at this time, at this stage of the game?
I think it just comes down to experience a lot. The younger guys might feel a little bit more, but the guys that have been there and done it many times before seem to handle it fairly well. But it just different people react differently. Just a matter of keeping calm and a few deep breaths.
I always found alcohol to be very beneficial, Brett. Trouble with you, blokes, you never drink when you play bowls. It's a great game, that's for sure. We see a great conclusion to an absolute wonderful weekend of bowls. It's been fantastic to be able to bring you this wonderful event on behalf of Bowls Queensland and Tweed Heads Bowls Club. It's some great bowls, 4 great games we've seen here. Not too sure.
Looks like Enoggera holding a couple on Stephen Tong's rink at the moment. Kelvin Kirko just walking back to the mat. He's got 2 bowls left to play. Looks like
Clinton Bailey may have. Don't think he's got shot there. Max Jeffreys, who has led very well all weekend, has put one a bit long and one a bit short. So most unusual for Max. I think there's Kelvin coming down now, trying to. Right,
He's
pulled
dropped
up.
short. Yeah, it's unlike Kelvin. He's probably about 6 feet short with that one.
Yep.
2 down. Had an opportunity of a sit or a trail, really, so he wouldn't be too happy with that one. Crucial stage of the game.
Well, you back Tongy to draw a resting touch here, I reckon, mate,
Yeah,
with
well,
the crowd.
his first
with the
bowl
crowd
looks
around.
looks like second shot with pretty good weight, so it's an opportunity here to put the pressure on. Doesn't look overly excited with it. Clinton Bailey's improved a little bit with his first bowl.
Yeah.
Coming in there for Tweed heads, but just pushed it through a little bit. Well, Stephen Tong went through a bit with his bowl on the next rink, so he hasn't added anything. So Kelvin Kirko's 2 down. He's given this one a chance. He's close to the jack. He's set the shot bowl. He's got the shot. Great bowl, Kelvin Kirko. Beautiful weight. Rolled the bowl twice. Stayed for shot. 2 down to 1 up.
Can't get much better than on the big stage.
Clutch bowl. He would have been disappointed dropping 6 feet short with his first
one. Yeah.
He's definitely
sign of a true champion, that's for
played
sure.
a cracker with his second.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely fantastic. Some great bowls being played out here. So, well, mate, 3 ends to play. 2 shots in it. 65-63.
Yeah, what a game.
Coming down to the wire. Keep those comments coming through, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't get much better than this.
Oh, good shot there from Brendan Wilson. Sat the Enoggera bowl out. Might be holding a couple there now. Looking for a sit or trail here. Pushed it a touch wide. It's probably blocked the hole too. Hasn't made it any easier, Brian.
No.
So it's
Yeah, Steve, it is a cracking game, that's for sure. Yes, Lorraine, Sue McKenzie, how are you, Sue? I was just talking to you a little while ago. It's been a cracking game, that's for sure.
Luke Day, you can see in the background there with the white bowls, got shot on the Tong Kirko rink. He's about a foot short of the jack.
John Bain just pulling up short.
What an easy shot here for Enoggera. Jamie Anderson's rink here. There's a little bit of bowls in the road. He's sort of got to play through them. Hope to get a result. Play through the short bowl up through the head or get a slide onto the jack. Or at least 1 to Tweed heads. On the far rink, the jack's behind that white spotted bowl. Probably about 14 inches behind it. Jamie Anderson's getting excited here watching it. He's changed it up a little bit. He might have opened the backhand up for
Looks as though he has too, Brett.
a draw shot now instead of playing it perhaps through short bowls. They might have a clear run to try and get a jack, but still at least 1 to Tweed.
There's one thing I'll let you know, Paul Earl. It doesn't come down to that. If it's a tie, mate, they go out for an extra end.
And that's exactly what happened last year, Brian. We had a tie in the
And it
final.
was an extra end.
Yeah, exciting stuff.
And if you remember, I think it was Kelsey Cottrell with her last bowl. She was down and she put the kitty in the ditch for 2 shots for Helensvale to win by 1, if I remember
In the
correctly.
women's game, yeah.
In the women's game.
both-
Both games.
Both games were so exciting.
Absolutely incredible. So
The crowd didn't know which one to watch last year. They
no.
were both exciting finishes.
both such great bowls.
Look at Kurt Brown on the draw down here on the backhand. You see the bowl coming in. It's a good shot. Well, he's definitely made 2.
Yeah, Kurt.
He's probably given Jamie...
Kurt Brown would be one person you'd never want to have a game of poker against, would you?
Yeah, good poker face.
Good poker face. I was just always cool, calm and collective. Always looks that way from the outside anyway.
He's played a good bowl there, Kurt, but the negative part of it, he's given Jamie a little bit of a guide there. He's given him a bowl to draw to. He's just got to sneak under that to get the shot. So that's probably given him a better look at it from the mat.
G'day, Peter Thompson and Dino. How are you, my friend? Good to have you on board.
Jamie Anderson 2 down at least. Needs to beat that last bowl that just came in on the draw. Doesn't mind a bit of pressure, Jimmy Anderson. He likes playing the big bowls. He's chasing it.
He likes it.
He's chasing it. He's close. Oh, he's just missed the jack. Nearly just missed the touch.
I don't know how he missed that. I could see it from here. I thought he had that.
He couldn't have played it much better, really.
He's one person too, Brett, you'd have to say. He's very similar to Stephen Tong, where James really Jimmy lost a bit of enthusiasm for our great game, and then got the enthusiasm back, and hasn't he capitalised on his second coming? He's been playing some incredible bowls, and back in the stateside, and really enjoying
the state many years ago, and then had a break for a while, and back into it again.
Just really, you can see in his bowls just how much he's enjoying it, isn't it? It's just absolutely.
He has a lot of passion when he plays, and loves the game. So I think Tweed have got at least one, probably a measure for two between Kurt and Jamie's bowl. Is the measure. The flat bowl you can see there, I believe, looks still the shot.
Yep.
On the next rink, we see the jack's been trailed out from behind that white bowl. Looks like Tweed may have shot over there now. In the background.
Scotty DeJonk coming down. I assume Scotty will probably play his forehand by the looks of it, Brett. Nigel Smith got a bowl just in behind that head there, green bowl just in behind that head, which you really can't see at the moment.
I think Nigel got the toucher to move the jack.
Yes.
Good shot here from Kurt Brown. Well, he's rubbed off his own. I think that would have to be a bit closer than what it was before.
Been some great bowls play. The head just changes all the time, doesn't it?
If Jamie plays the same bowl as his last, he's getting a feather off Kurt Brown's bowl straight onto the jack. So
yeah, it's absolutely brilliant, Jill. You're 100% correct. It is great bowls. It really is.
So if he can replicate his last bowl, he'll get the result he needs now off that Kurt Brown bowl. He just has to slide under it.
Scotty DeJonk just drawn the absoluter.
Great shot.
It's amazing. I mean, you see Jim Anderson walking down to play his bowl. He took about 4 steps to get down the other end. It looked like Scotty was running up and down the same spot there, Brett.
Well, Jamie's on its way. It's just starting to come into view. Needs to turn. It's just on the wide side, probably a bowl wide. Looks like 2 to Tweed. Not sure. Just waiting for them to indicate. 2 to Tweed. We have a level ball game, Brian.
25 all on 61 ends,
Two ends to play. Tweed heads a holding shot on the other rink. They've at least got one.
They may be going there for an extra end, you reckon?
It could be. How good would that be?
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? G'day, Phil Langdon. How are you, my friend? Hope all well with you, mate. And thank you very much, Wayne. Yeah, it is great bowls, that's for sure. It's a pleasure bringing it to you on behalf of Bowls Queensland. Absolutely marvellous. See some pressure bowls here, the last end. What do you play bowls for, these fellas?
Yeah, you love these sort of finishes when you're involved in the game.
That's for sure.
Exciting stuff. So the end score on that rink, Kurt Brown's won 24-16. The other rink, Wayne Turley won 25-24. And at the moment, Stephen Tong's in front, 25-16 over Kelvin Kirko with two ends to play. Level ball game.
And Kelvin just snuck in for another shot. 3 shots there, holding
now.
3 on that rink there. I actually thought he was going to pump one of the Enoggera bowls up, but he just snuck under it. I should have known better. No, wonderful bowl there by Kelvin Kirko, but Stephen Tong, I'd never write anything off unless he's playing. Yeah, it's a great game, Jane. It's good to have you on board. G'day, Beverly and Wayne. Hey, Alex Murder, how are you, mate? Try and do an interview with Clinton Bailey for you, Alex. Just taking up a dig at him, son. Love your enthusiasm, Alex.
Well, we've got Stephen Tong on the mat, playing the forehand. I don't think he has much else than just a draw.
Yes, I don't think he's got anything there to hit at the moment.
Even if he cuts it to 1, it sort of still keeps them in the game. But
yes, Peter, it is a big fight back.
He's on the tight side. Didn't quite have the weight either, so he'd be disappointed with that one.
Kelvin holding 3 shots here, so what's he going to play, Brett?
We've got 1 bowl each left from the skips. I think he'll try and draw it, but he just doesn't want to leave anything sort of jack high, give him something to work off or to give him a guide. It's not really an easy shot at the moment for Steve Tong, but he's got a little bit of correcting to do after his first one. So yeah, I think it's advantage Tweed heads at the moment. After being behind, they've sort of come from the clouds. Now they've got the upper hand.
Hey, Naughty, how you going, mate? Hope it's all going well for you. See you over there in WA, eh?
Well, not one of Kelvin's finest.
No, only 3 shots, though. So anyway, it comes down to this bowl from Stephen, so...
Both players there just sort of dropping short and narrow, but there's not a lot of wind at the moment, so they can't really blame that. But he doesn't seem overly happy with it at the moment, Stephen Tong.
Bit wide, I think, mate. Bit wide.
Overcorrected.
Three shots to Tweed heads.
Wow.
3 shots to Tweed heads. So there we go. What a game of bowls we've had here.
Yeah, what a turnaround. It's got the crowd up and about now, the local Tweed heads guys, Brian, hasn't it?
It's absolutely, the atmosphere is absolutely incredible. I don't know how anybody could leave.
It's the first time they've been in front for the whole game with one end to play.
It is the only time they've hit the front, Brett. So it just goes to show you, it's mate. You never. Final score, you don't tell when you hit the front. You just put down the final score. But I wouldn't write off this Enoggera team yet. I still wouldn't be surprised if we go to an extra end.
Oh, I'm hoping for an extra end, Brian.
So I'm hoping for an extra end too, mate. Just to keep the excitement going. As I said, the crowd's just absolutely out there. There's people everywhere. They're barracking for their team. It really is a... you wouldn't say a carnival atmosphere. They're all very serious, and you can feel the tension in the air.
Edge of your seat stuff.
It is. So see John Bain just looking at his bowl. So
just moving the cameras.
Just moving the cameras. That's okay. Yeah, I keep forgetting we're on another rink. I keep forgetting.
We want to keep everyone in suspense.
Good bowl there by John. Just a little bit behind the head.
Good line.
You can see the crowd. I said it's still there everywhere. They're up there behind the glass, you know. See Luke Day with his first bowl. Not too far away. He's played a good bowl here as Luke Day. He's played a very good bowl. Sitting in just in front of Kitty. But there'll be a lot outside that's for sure.
Yeah, they can't afford to have any short bowls now, Enoggera, needing to score 3.
John's got to really correct with his second bowl.
Yeah, it's still handy at the back there, though. John recently selected in the Australian team to play in the over 60s Trans-Tasman on the Gold Coast in November.
He just got shot with that last bowl, though. It's sitting just on the line, just in front of the kitty. But I'd say, by the looks of it, he's got 1 shot from here. Two of the biggest players out there at the moment, aren't they, too? Kelvin Kirko's record speaks for himself, experience plus, and really played in big games before, won medals, and of course Stephen Tong, who's really in a real purple patch and just wants to get a bowl in his hand and play bowl. So you really couldn't ask for a better occasion, could you? With you see Luke Day playing his second bowl, coming down very nicely too. I tell you what, just going to run through slightly. Kelvin singling 1, so telling Nigel Smith, one of the stalwarts of this team. Nigel been in the over 60s and, of course, a former president of Bowls Australia and one of great campaigners over the years. Really need a big bowl from Nigel at this stage.
It's got Kelvin up and about. Not quite.
Probably got 2 shots there, though, by the looks of it, though, Brett, I assume. So, but I think the head, like it was me, I'd be quite happy to trail the kitty here, you know what I mean? You could play that overhand, forehand or backhand.
Yeah, any touch of the jack's good for Enoggera.
Yeah.
Waits. All right, well, he's...
Tell you what, yeah, probably not quite.
He's put it in a good position, though.
Yeah, just...
Nigel's just changed the backhand now.
Still favour those 2 green bowls, just looking from where we're sitting here.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely favour 2. They really need something just in behind the head now.
Just overplayed it a little bit, trying to get to that white bowl.
Yep.
Well, the best 2 backs now, Tweed heads.
Well, there's 3 shots waiting there for him, mate, for a draw.
That's right.
3 shots waiting for him.
Probably a 6-inch trail to bring those in, I think.
Yeah. No, it's...
but he's got to come around a bowl to do it. The weight wasn't too bad.
Not too bad at all.
Oh, look out. We've got 3 ways now.
Well done, Robbie.
Well, good shot here. Perfect bowl.
That's a great bowl.
Great shot, Scott de Jong.
Scotty de Jong. Little Scotty.
He's rolled both bowls out.
Just played an absolute beautiful bowl.
He's sort of really looking for a back cut of the jack now, so not an easy task to try and back cut the jack. But it is possible. He's got to come around a bowl and back cut the jack. Ryan Digby for Enoggera.
Not far away.
Well, he's put
Just
it in the
gonna run
cluster
through.
there. They've
Put
got
it
a
in that
3-bowl
cluster.
cluster, so if they can get it there.
Yep. That's what Kelvin's asking for. He wants that.
Not an easy feat, but it is possible.
That's for sure.
If Scotty can put one right on that last bowl, it's going to be very hard for Enoggera now.
Scotty likes it.
He's after it. He needs to get under that one. Well, pushed another Enoggera bowl back near there.
Yeah, it's not quite there. That's still on for Tongi, mate.
Yeah, so he's got 4 bowls there waiting there now.
Yeah, this big end, this one. Big couple of bowls for Steve.
If he can get the jack back to that black and white spotted bowl, he'll have 4 shots.
4 shots, game.
Yeah, easy, Brian.
Trophy? See,
Yeah.
it's easy.
Round the bowl, back cut it, back to back a metre.
Mate, absolutely, what a great game though, Brett, with all due respect, played by true champions, mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like they've had 4 big days. Four big games, I should say. These are the 2 champion teams of Queensland in Division 1 Pennants. They've made it this far. And just been absolutely fantastic to be able to bring you this great event on behalf of Bowls Queensland, who are out there promoting the game of bowls the best they can. So big thank you to Bowls Queensland as well as the Tweed Heads Bowls Club for allowing us the use of this wonderful facility.
And thank you to the Gold Coast media team once again for doing an amazing job.
Oh, it's absolutely a pleasure bringing you this, mate. This is really makes it all worthwhile when you see bowls like this and people appreciating it. It's really fantastic. Okay, big bowl here. We've got Nicky Cahill on board too, and Bronwyn, yes, it looks like he's directing air traffic.
Digby's watching it. He's chasing it.
Tell you what, he's not
after
far away.
the jack. How much can he move it? Oh, good shot. He's got 1. Got 1, but he really needed a bit of more jack movement.
Geez, a bit more movement on that, and that was pressure Kelvin Kirker.
Yeah, well, one's not enough. Stephen Tong's either got to draw 2 or get a bit of movement on the jack back to his white bowl there, but white and black speckle.
Scotty's just telling Kelvin just to match those back bowls. Don't look at the head. Don't look at the white thing. Just match those back bowls.
Been a good combination this Pennant season. Kelvin and Scotty, they had a very good final series here on the Gold Coast. Their rink was the dominant rink during the final series, got them over the line in the local comp.
Yes, no, it did.
Well, is he going to turn enough? No, he's pushed another one back there. Well, there's a group of Enoggera bowls there back there now. Can Stephen Tong get that jack back there? Was he going to draw, or is he going to try and trail that jack back?
Well, I'd say knowing Steve, knowing how the way he plays, he'd be looking for a trail for sure. So I'd say he'd be looking for a 6-inch trail, mate. And if anybody can play it, this is the boy.
He's just got to get around those short bowls, that's all, and in his eye a little bit.
Definitely in his eye, that's for sure.
See how he looks. He doesn't look convinced. Good attempt.
Well, that's another one in there anyway, Brett. So
Yeah, well, he's definitely got to get the trail now.
Yes, definitely.
So it's not any easier.
He wasn't far away from that, though, when you really look at this. You know, I know, okay, he didn't make it, but gee whiz, it was a very, very, very good attempt.
Mighty attempt.
That's for sure.
Just gave it that bit of a chance, but Kelvin needs to get into that cluster now.
Well, I don't think he's going to smack it, mate, somehow.
His weight was pretty good last time.
His
He
weight
was just
was
on the
good.
outside of that bowl. But
He doesn't want any movement on the kitty, though, of course. So it could be very dangerous. Like, I mean, you know, Stephen's come out and playing one of the true champions of the world, and he's in front 25-19. He's done a pretty good job, hasn't he?
yeah, he's really drawing a toucher. Oh, changed the angle a little bit. Got a little touch on the jack. Tongi coming down to have another look.
Well, this shot's really on now, and Kelvin obviously tried to change the head there by the looks of it, Brett.
Yeah.
So
We
this
just
is it.
Just can't see the angle of whether he's got to clear under that jack to get it to where he needs it. But
Oh, John Bain. Well, look at John
it's
Bain.
possible.
John Bain just dropped his head, and his body language is everything. And the Enoggera boys look pretty keen on this one.
Well, he's got an opportunity. He can get the jack to a cluster of bowls and make 4, maybe 5.
Yep.
So deep breath. Steve Tong gets on the mat.
He's changing hands.
Yeah.
Playing his forehand. He must be going for kitty.
Let's get the body language indication. He doesn't look convinced. No, doesn't like it.
Well, what a great game of bowls we've had here.
Yeah, well, he just didn't really give it a chance then, did he? Didn't
No.
get it away. But
No,
congratulations to the Tweed Heads Bowls Club.
but also congratulations to Enoggera too for a wonderful season that they've had. Don't get much better than that, mate, do you?
Yeah, well, they trailed all game, and then it was just when those 2 rinks earlier got a 4 each.
Yep.
Kelvin and Kurt
Yep.
Brown, the 2 Tweed skips, got 4 each at nearly 5 minutes apart. Just gave him that extra boost to get back into the game.
Absolutely fantastic game of bowls, and
They didn't-
what a great 2 days we've had here showcasing this great game of ours. It's been absolutely marvellous bringing it to you.
But great to see all the country teams from all over Queensland here, doing their trying their hardest, and some of the stories. I've had a good chat to a number of the teams, and they've really, some of the ones that have been here for the first time have really enjoyed the experience and got a lot of great memories to go away with.
They certainly have. It's been absolutely. It's just a bit like district sides when you see all the zones get together. It's district sides has always been the pinnacle for me, Brett, of our bowling calendar. I think it's. I really do think it's a wonderful 4 days of bowls, and great to catch up with all our country cousins. And but this to me is very much up there too. It's a bit like the champion of champions too, mate. When you get all the zone winners and that come down and play the champions, it's great to catch up with all of the zones and all of that and have a chinwag to everybody. But absolute wonderful occasion, and as I keep saying, it's a wonderful event to be able to showcase on behalf of Bowls Queensland and Tweed Heads Bowls Club, and a big thank you to you, Brett, giving up your time and your Sunday afternoon to come down and do some broadcasting for us. But
as well done to you and Robbie. Great effort.
Pleasure bringing it to you, mate. It's just
coverage.
Absolutely fantastic to be able to showcase this great game of ours, that's for sure.
We just recap the women's event. Broadbeach defeated Bagara in the final here today. 78 to 26. After 56 ends, they called it quits a little bit earlier, but well done to Broadbeach and the Bargara girls.
No, absolutely, mate. Absolutely wonderful occasion. So Russell Hinton and everybody should be very happy. So we've still got a few viewers on board, but everybody's saying congratulations. So with that, on behalf of the Gold Coast Tweed District Media Team, on behalf of Robbie Allen, the chairman of our media team, a big thank you to Gary Thomas and Tony Allen, of course, and Brett Wilkie. It's a sign off from here at Tweed Heads Bowls Club on behalf of Bowls Queensland. And ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your bowls and support your club. And thank you very much. Very much appreciated. We'll be back on air on Wednesday to bring you some of the PBL from Pine Rivers. So we're on air from 1:30. We look forward to bringing you that. So, yeah, PBL Cup. Yeah, that's correct. The PBL Cup.
BPL.
Yeah, PBL. So all good, ladies and gentlemen. So have a great week, and we look forward to seeing you very soon. Thank you very much.